What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tablestory, Halcyon Unbound, episode number 1. How's it going? Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
How's
Wow,
it going?
Goobers looks great today.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He's very happy.
Phenomenal.
Boisterous.
Wow.
Better than he's ever looked. I love you, Goose.
Oh.
Who am I kidding? He won't watch this.
Cam has his face for most of the episode anyway.
That's
Yeah, that's exactly right. Until he runs out of caffeine, and then it's like...
yeah. Right after the first break, he's just
Yeah.
Then he just like disappears and then like comes back. You can tell he hardlines some caffeine real quick. Like he just
like some G Fuel.
Yeah.
Or just like
Oh,
straight
God.
sugar packets. Just...
G Fuel.
Speaking of which, look at that. Brad's already in the chat. He's been
Yeah.
summoned.
We just that summons Brad now. Anybody mentions G Fuel in their chat, it just you want Brad in your chat, just mention G Fuel. How's it going? Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Great.
I got my tooth poked a lot.
Great.
So
But that's a good thing though, right, Jay? You got it done.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get like irradiated superpowers
Ready.
and I'll be Tooth Man or something.
Root canal man.
You can tell everybody the tooth.
Jay.
I heard that.
Wow.
I heard that.
Well played, Whack.
That's
Love
disgusting.
If you're gonna be
Love
Tooth
it.
Man, you gotta have puns like that. I mean, that's
Ooh.
That's true.
required.
Wow.
Toothman would be the successor to the head. That's all I'm saying.
Can we ban one?
We still need the head in the game. Grandmaster Head.
I kind of want to introduce him into the game just to kill him off super fast, so he never
No.
resurfaces. It's like the way
It's gotta be like that
it's
on.
it's the
on
way
Selves.
towards closure on the head. Dan
what
can
if?
finally feel sated.
What
You know, I would
Patreon-
actually. I legitimately would feel sated. After what?
I mean, who does? No.
How
year and
many
a half?
months? A year and a half?
Yeah, it's
Has
been
it been a year and a half of me bugging Wax since episode 0 of
I think so, yeah.
Identity Crisis?
Yeah.
The head.
The
It
head.
hasn't been a year and a half.
How long is it? How long was
Identity
Identity?
Crisis ran on for a while.
No, dude.
What? 6 months?
It wasn't that long.
Yeah.
We started it in July. This year. Well, 2018.
2019,
2018.
Okay, temp traveler, settle down.
It hasn't even been a year, dude. Jay has no sense of time.
For
Zero.
season. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm
I think
mixing
I
in
thought it was
Neon
for a
Scream
while.
as well. There's a fly
I thought
in
it
my
was for a while.
room.
I
Get out
think
of
you're
here, buddy.
thinking Neon Scream, dude, because that was
That's what I said. I think I'm
yeah.
That
bringing
might
them
be
all
it.
together.
That might be it.
Why is PB dressed like Dizzy Rascal?
Excuse me, it's Rashida Stevens, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Wow,
Whoa,
savage,
Rashida has an attitude.
savage.
Damn.
Yikes.
As far from astray as possible. That's what I was thinking.
So
I'll fucking cut you. Oh God! All right, you ain't a stray, that's for sure.
Yeah.
are you
No,
guys
this is what
hyped to
happens when
play?
History and Check are combined.
Are you guys excited to do some superheroing?
I am.
I am
stoked.
so excited.
I can't wait to meet your characters today. I'm excited myself. All right, why don't we get started? Let's do some intros of the players and their characters, please. Why don't we start off with Jay? Why don't you get started for us there? Hey there, bud.
Hello there, buds. It's me, the not Canadian, this time around. I still don't have my actual voice yet. But I'm playing Marcus, superhero name, Achilles. He's got super strength, speed, and reflex implants. And then he's got a super dope sword that has some cool attachments that I'm not going to spoil yet.
Well,
but some of you did help me make up.
We did
so-
change some things because in episode 0, we sort of Jay
That's true,
afterwards
that's true.
kind of decided like, hey, let's maybe
bad.
change it just a little bit.
So originally in episode 0, it was, I think, genetic like perfection. And then we swapped over to, it was just a couple of implants and some super technology. So we've got some of those
A
implants.
cup
and
to
just-
a B cup.
Wow. That's it. My character's got boobs. It's canon. Episode 1, Achilles. Genetic perfection. B cup. Thanks, Whack. On to the next one.
I mean, I guess. Well, I'm not gonna go.
No. The character's already dead.
I'm backing down before I even stand up.
Hey guys, I'm now playing the joined character with VO because Achilles is dead. Good
Listen,
stuff.
I'm gonna help you.
You guys want to pick fucking time travel? This is what happens.
You give us boobs.
I give you implants.
I give you implants.
I mean, I need implants, but for my teeth, not for my breasts.
Can they just like manifest in a really big chungus of a buttocks for Achilles?
Oh,
Just
God.
kinda like a massive donk. Just huge. A huge
From all
ass.
that time traveling, dude, your glutes. Who would have known? This is a new discovery.
Just travel on the
Time
cosmic
traveling
treadmill,
straight
man.
to your glutes.
Cosmic treadmill. Oh my
Time is stored in
god.
Jay's moves. That's where it comes from.
Dan?
Hey there.
That's fucking karma right there.
It seems the time traveling boobs have affected a mic stand.
Went back in the past and unscrewed a screw in your mic stand there, Whack.
Yeah, he's not gonna get time travel pissed off at all. That's never gonna happen. I am Weaver, or the Legate, and I am the soldier of Aegis. Yeah, I'm the soldier class, the soldier mask, who is well, I'm the leader of the group because we figured out that's what I have to be. Even though I was like, maybe I'll make a happy character that's not a leader in the background. Instead, I'll be a happy leader. That's what I'll be. It's gonna be happy, and I'm not gonna bring this emotional manifestation of darkness that I carry around on my back every day. I'm gonna leave it at the door.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for leaving your darkness at the door.
Sure, boss. Sure.
PB?
Thanks, Genova.
Sure,
All
Jan.
confidence from my mods.
As you can tell, Goobers is not with us today. He's gotten so happy that he is actually teleported to PAX South. It's sent him into another dimension briefly, and he ended up in PAX South. It's unfortunate, but you know that's the way superpowers go. Sometimes you just have a misfire. PB, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, hi. I'm Pumpkinberry. I will be playing Rashida Stevens. I am 17 years old and I have traveled from the past, which if you watched Identity Crisis, that is the time in which I am traveling from. So, Miracle swag. I'm a huge fangirl of Miracle. Yeah, and I am playing, what's my class called? It's not the Beacon.
The
I chose
Innocent.
not to do that one.
Innocent.
Innocent. That's right. That's right. And I'm super excited. She's a SoundCloud rapper. Yeah. When my tweet goes viral, I'm like, check my SoundCloud.
Oh no.
PB has traveled to the future to stop herself from kind of being a dick in the present. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wait, did you not put your moves in?
I did, but they're not there now. So I'm going to refill that back out.
Fun.
Okay. Did that happen to everybody?
Yeah,
No,
can
mine is still
everybody
here.
check
Yeah.
their sheet? Okay.
Mine's all good.
Yeah, might have fun.
Because we filled it out live.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I actually got a new sheet from Etoile Leon, but I haven't updated it yet.
Is
so
that
it's
going
not
to include
that.
abilities?
It will. It should just be like a little text box. I didn't have time to put it
That's
on yet.
Totally fine. That's perfect, though.
But yeah, thank you, PB. VO.
Hello. Sorry. I'm Vio, and I'm playing a character called Trix. Both names are Trix. Just Trix. She's a delinquent character, and she is standoffish. She doesn't really trust easily. Comes off as like little arrogant. I can't speak right now. She can dish but not take. These are just my notes because I can't remember much from last time. And I also put down that she's very afraid of being alone in the dark.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Speaking of the dark, Unsolved Mysteries is coming back, and I am losing my shit. I just want to know that.
You're such a dork.
I know. But I'm so happy.
But yeah, she's mostly like a very tricky kind of character that just likes to play tricks on people, and she has currently teleportation and illusions as her powers, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Excellent. I'm excited to meet all of your characters today. And
I like to piss people off, basically.
I'm so gonna love your character as the soldier and authority figure in this.
Oh God, it's gonna be great. The leader.
I really wish
the
that
fucking
Goober's.
rebellious kids.
I really, really wish that Goober's character it was named actually. That would have worked so well with the delinquent in the group.
Actually.
I really can't wait till she gets locked up like once a session by us.
You're
Are you
in
gonna throw
timeout.
her in a timeout? Yeah, okay. That'll go well. That'll go well. I'm sure it'll be fine. She can teleport, dude. I mean, you know that, right?
Oh my God, the kitty is so cute.
Figure things out, Whack. Okay, we have teeth.
Trying to bite.
Okay.
He was trying to bite lights, so I had to stop her.
So, we have met the characters. We've met the players. Who's ready to play?
Oh
Me?
yes.
Everybody
I guess so.
excited?
Yeah.
Hello.
Everybody excited? Can we get some buses in the
Y'all
chat
ever play
to get
these-
this to get our inaugural episode started? Can we get some buses in the chat, please?
Oh, please.
Let's get some buses.
That's
Hey,
not enough
I-
buses.
I need like 12 buses.
Bus up.
There we go. There we go. That's
Hashtag
better.
bus up.
Better.
Hashtag
Bus up. It's not elbows up. It's bus up, man.
Bus
Oh
up.
my God.
Bus
up,
Bus
guys.
up. Bus up.
It's
Come
me,
on,
your
let's
boy
bus up,
Achilles,
guys.
to tell you to bus up.
Oh, see, I was
My
thinking
buddy
like
Johnny from the past told me.
Question: That's a bus on fire, right?
Yes.
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 Because like it low key looks like
Yes. Say it.
like I love it. No, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like a truck, like a monster truck kind of thing with like a huge mouth and two eyes at the front, like at the top. I see two eyes at the top and a big ass
I
mouth.
see angry
I
eyes with like
definitely.
Yeah.
with like
thought
buck
it was
teeth at the
like-
front.
And then like little wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Drugs
I
are
didn't realize
bad,
it was a-
kids. Drugs are bad.
I didn't realize it was a bus.
Excuse me? I'm a vape. I only vape.
I have no idea.
Why don't we get started, everybody?
Yes.
Here we go. Let's journey to the depths of the sea. Let's visit Aegis HQ and the Phoenix Academy.
You didn't.
Oh, what?
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
What? How long did
Fucking did Subnautica.
I hope everybody has the stream open right now. This is amazing.
This is so good.
You goddamn did Subnautica creative mode.
This is No Man's Sky creative mode, actually, but yes.
Close enough.
Oh. Fucking
Welcome.
Also perfect. Fucking good job. Sorry, I just want to congratulate. Whack did
Yeah,
a
we just
crazy
gotta-
amount of work for this, by the way.
Yeah.
Please type it up for Whack. I know we're just starting. Appreciate Whack for the amount of work he puts into these shows because it's ridiculous.
Wait, this
Thank
is
you.
No Man's Sky?
No Man's
Yeah.
Sky. No Man's Sky.
Fucking. Hey,
Welcome.
Wait, never mind.
So cool.
Can I start the show, please? Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay,
I
fine.
should've-
We're appreciating you. I'm sorry.
So, we open the book of Halcyon Unbound, the comic book. The first panel is this underwater setting. Sort of large facility, somewhere located, who knows where. It's relatively quiet, except for the sound of an alarm going off. Weaver, you reach out, slap the alarm.
6 already. Okay.
You look
All
around your room, yeah, I also have a screenshot for that.
I have my own room screenshot. That's fucking what? Badass. Jesus.
You have 2 beds.
You notice, as you're sort of starting to get up, that your roommate, Scraps, is not there.
He's in the lab. He's in the lab again. All right. That boy doesn't go to sleep. So I'll get up out of bed, shower, get changed, normal standard regiment, before I go to the mess.
Okay. The facility itself is it's large from the outside, but inside it always feels a bit cramped. There's not a lot of people that are typically at the facility at any one time at Aegis HQ. You see a few other people that are dressed in their Aegis uniforms, a sort of like a dark blue, gold, black, and white colors, and everyone sort of greets you as you walk past. You get to the mess hall, and there's very few people there. You usually, I think, get up pretty early to make everything happen. You like to start your day just right. Today is the first day of your attendance with the recent arrivals. You and Scraps have been here for a while, and you know that today is kind of a big day because some new people are starting in the Phoenix Academy. The Phoenix Academy, while sharing similar facilities as Aegis, is not technically part of Aegis. It is it's paid for by Aegis. It's managed by Aegis, but it's not technically a part of Aegis.
Got it.
So you've had your own separate training for Aegis, and how do you feel about having to sort of attend the Phoenix Academy with the rest of the people now? I mean, you've met the group once before. A few days ago, you encountered the whole group, and everyone was encouraged to come to the Phoenix Academy. But how are you feeling about that whole situation?
Pretty happy about it, actually. I've followed Scraps over here, which again, I've known him for a long time, and Scraps wanted to kind of continue his education, and it's, if anything, I'm treating it kind of like an Aegis mission. Like, go here, make sure that our recruits, our people, our students that could be potential recruits are learning well. So I'm kind of looking at it like it's a necessity. But I get to stick around with Scraps, and that does make me a little happy with it.
Okay.
Granted, he's not here right now, but you know.
Yeah, and it you have to say, like, I think you're thinking to yourself, I mean, yes, he does go to the lab quite a bit, but you do usually see him in the morning, or there's usually some kind of notice or something from
a sign that he was there for a little bit and then came back.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Okay.
And you can see that his general, like, work area, I don't know how Scraps usually likes to keep it. I don't want to sort of put words in Goober's mouth.
Sure.
But you can see it's sort of the usual, whatever that may be.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
in the mess hall, there's only a few other people around, maybe 4 or 5 other people that are there eating at this time. You do eat sort of early. And you can see sort of like, I think it's probably some sort of food dispenser in the mess hall. I don't think there's actually people that serve the food.
Sure.
I think it's almost like a vending machine kind of scenario.
Yeah, the food, like kind of those fancier food vending machines that'll put all the ingredients together, that sort of thing. Yeah.
So you eat up, you finish your food, and your normal sort of morning begins. How does this go for you? What's your usual routine?
So I've kind of held over from what I would do at Aegis, which is a lot of just standard routine, like same thing every day, every time. Go get the same meal, consistency. It's very much, if I change up my routine, it doesn't feel right. Something's off. So I had to kind of start a new routine here and get it as close as I possibly could. So it'll be like, go oatmeal, pinch of sugar, raisins added to it, protein shake, water. Like all set in a row, eat the same way every single time. If there's someone I know, I might sit with them, but it would be kind of like a quiet meal. I haven't woke up yet.
Right.
Maybe tea.
Okay. Fair enough. Do you do like morning exercise and whatnot?
Yeah, it'd be since it's kind of a lighter meal, maybe like a little bitty yogurt or something I'm feeling. I'd probably do like calisthenics, like stretching, not heavy lifting or aerobics.
For some reason,
like
I
that.
picture you sort of jogging around the compound.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a morning jog after like the light meal. Not enough to feel sick, but that's kind of what I did when I was younger. I was in track. And when I was in school, I kept it up. I was terrible. But yeah, so morning jog around the compound. Absolutely. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think Top Gun did it. One of the space movies, it might have been 2001 Space Odyssey, like running around the facility or something. One of those earlier space movies where they would be doing their morning jogs to keep up their physical strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a very different scene.
That was 2001. Fuck yeah.
We have a very different looking room. Trix, you and Ra are sharing a room together. And it's a very weird experience. You guys slept in an underwater facility. Maybe we'll say this is the 3rd day since your recent activities with your future self, Ra, and since you sort of met the rest of the team. And the sound of like some alarm sort of starts to trigger. You just hear bam, 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 bam.
Oh, Trix! Trix, get the alarm! Please!
Okay. Every time. I like
I'll get it
slouchy,
next
like.
time.
This is the
I'll get
first
it
day
next
that the
time.
alarm has gone off, by
Oh,
the
it's
way.
the first.
Yeah, this is the first day of the Phoenix
Oh.
Academy for you guys.
What?
Oh, okay.
Take that, everything back. Retcon that shit. What? Oh, no. What is that? Is that your alarm? Turn off the alarm.
It's an alarm. I don't know. I thought it's yours.
No,
Where's it coming from?
Oh, no.
You can
You
see
get
that.
it?
You can see that there's this monitor attached to the arm in the center of the room. You guys have kind of played with it maybe like a little bit to like watch some programming, like some video on demand sort of content. But beyond that, you haven't really gone into detail on this thing, I think.
Okay.
Can
And
I
you-
throw something at it to like shut it
Yeah.
up?
Yeah,
Do
so the arm is like, you can see that the monitor is like tilting itself towards both of you, and you see
cool.
you see
Oh,
that
That's so cool.
the number
That's so bright.
the numbers are like flashing, and then there's like a red light that's kind
Ah.
of pulsating,
Oh, cool.
and
What do you mean cool? That's so
Very
obnoxious.
when you've got like a shoe or something, you just
Yeah.
launch it at this
Oh,
monitor, and it actually
yeah.
moves out of the way when you do. The monitor just
Excuse me? What do you mean? No!
Check yourself, Pumpkinberry. It's a robotic alarm clock, and I am in love with it.
you can
Can I
see the
teleport it out of the room?
Oh,
absolutely that's your power.
I would
Sure.
like to teleport it out of the room.
Sure.
Oh.
Why don't you give me
Tricks! You're gonna fucking leave me there?
unleash your
No,
powers,
I'm
please?
teleporting the alarm out of the room.
Oh,
roll of the show.
out of the room. Okay, I was like,
So
you
wait.
must-
Get out of here.
Superhero
You want me to get up
Academy.
and turn the alarm
I
off
like the alarm.
that you're gonna teleport out.
So your powers are
Yay!
teleportation. Okay. So wait, just to be clear, you're teleporting yourself out of the room? You're
No,
teleporting.
the alarm. The monitor.
So you grab the monitor and you try to teleport this thing out of the room. Okay.
The window. Just outside.
Yeah.
Into the water.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, in the water.
okay.
Into the water. There we go. Yeah. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Day one. This is great. This is great.
going to be happy. No.
Okay.
Best character introduction ever.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right. Does this turn into
So-
like the first part?
Okay, your very first roll here. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, so on an Unleash Your Powers, on a hit you do it. On a 7 to 9, marking conditioner, the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. Are you marking a condition?
Okay. Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'll
Or I
mark-
can tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Oh, okay. Unstable and temporary. Okay. Okay.
Okay, you're half awake.
Wait. Actually, no.
Too late. Too late.
Too late.
Rip. Rip.
It's
Rip.
way too late.
Rip.
I was
Way
going
too
through
late.
analysis
Sorry.
Don't meta it.
paralysis.
Don't meta it.
Okay.
Too late.
Okay, fine. I didn't
So-
meta. It wasn't metaing it.
So you thought you'd do this. You're half awake. You don't know what's going on, and you definitely teleport the monitor into the water. However, you also teleport yourself into the water. This sort of, what does it look like when you teleport? What happens? Is there a bamf of some
imagine-
kind?
No, I think it's just like a blink. Just
Okay.
yeah.
So you teleport yourself just outside the room with the monitor. You hear this like horrible, and then it's super cold. The water is like really,
pressure, though.
really cold, and you can feel everything squishing you super hard. You can tell using your powers like this right
gonna
when
die.
you wake up, not the best plan.
Can I teleport myself out now?
Sure. Give me another Unleash Your Powers.
Character death, episode 1. Let's go.
Could you imagine? The new ketchup.
Can we get
Let's
some?
go.
Oh.
Oh,
We don't need the bus. Never mind.
So,
Oh my
it's
lord.
you come back, you bring a bunch of
Fucking
water
pet.
with you. Sploosh. It lands in the center of the room and just makes this
Wow.
giant puddle.
Really, Tricks? You
Wow.
couldn't shower like everyone else?
You've got like a piece of kelp that's dangling like out of your mouth.
Shower like, and I almost died. You could have just gotten that alarm. I'm. Oh God.
Well, now we don't have to worry about it. But we're late, so you might want to rinse that salt water off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
I throw a towel at you. I'm dressed now, so I'm walking out. Yeah, I'll see ya.
I'm gonna go get ready in the bathroom and shower. And...
You just hear Ra walk off the moist footsteps walk off.
That's great.
Oh God.
Achilles.
Huh.
Your alarm begins to go off. How do you react?
I think Achilles, like, he's kind of just straight up out of bed. Not like, vampire out of a coffin, but used to getting up early. Hasn't really slept well.
Yeah, this is a weird place to sleep for sure. I mean, there's all kinds of weird sounds and things. It's got strange echoes that reverberate through the place, the sounds of sort of tinkling glass, and I feel like there's probably always that little bit of panic that, like, is the glass breaking? Is the glass breaking?
Yeah.
Like,
And that like underwater
That would be the
ship creaking sound that they make.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That.
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's just terrifying too, like sitting up and looking right out into the ocean. Black. So
Yeah. Well, there's lights around the facility, so it is illuminated a tiny bit around you.
Wow.
And the alarm is going off. It's a bit jarring, obviously. And how do you start your day?
I think I just get up out of bed, kind of make the bed, not like fully, not prim and proper, just kind of at least make it, throw it back together. Turn off the alarm, go over and wash my face, which Void Smoker has drawn like a giant egg, which is beautiful. I just have a gargantuan 5-head, so I guess it makes sense. So he'd just wipe that sucker down, and buff it out.
Is he meticulous?
I think there's a level of care that he'll put into things, but I don't think it's I don't think he's gonna get under his nails, and I think he's just got a routine. He wakes up,
Just sort of
washes up, kind of
shakes out the sort of like hand towel and just like a bowling ball.
I do think he puts himself together, but again, it's not I don't think it's meticulous. He just cares a little bit. And how early is it? What is it, 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
So probably go to the mess hall and see if he can grab
You can
a
see this
coffee.
like weird monitor thing, on this arm in the center part of the room is just kind of
Is there anything
swiveling
important?
around you. It basically, like, after it sees you exit the bed, it turns off the alarm, and it has a display message on the monitor, and just sort of
Tap it.
positions itself in front of you, and it says, "Welcome, Achilles. Welcome to the Phoenix
Thanks.
Academy. How did you sleep?"
Not well. Thanks.
That's unfortunate. If you would like some food, the mess hall is available.
Coffee
is-
that way. Yeah.
2 floors down and 1 to the left. It's all like
Thanks.
pleasantly written out, like in like
Yeah.
big text, so you can see everything. There's like all these like little accessibility icons and things that kind of pop up on the screen for you. It's all very like graphic interface.
Yeah, I think he's a little intrigued by it too. I think it'd be a little interesting to see the difference. Still trying to work out some of the differences in timelines and or in how long it's been here. So just kind of looking at the technology, and I think it'd be pretty similar too, because I don't think he's from too far ahead.
Well, it would be equivalent to like you being used to computers now and then going back to the first like
Pentium.
Apple computer.
Yeah.
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 Like, it would be like
That's
So unless
actually a
you
pretty
played
good-
around
It's like
with them
Scotty
as a weapon.
talking into the mouse in this, what is it, Star
a
Trek
little-
4 or something?
He does fiddle with things.
It's 20 years, so it's not like crazy. Oh no, for you it may not be 20 years. We have no idea. Never mind.
yeah.
I can't remember if there was a base thing. That's why I said I'm not sure. If it is 20 years, I don't know how close.
20 years for
but we
her.
can figure that out, I guess. But
It's up for
yeah,
you to figure
regardless, probably studying. I'm just looking at it for a moment and then dismiss. Can it like kind of just try and push it? Does it like swivel away, or is it like still?
If you kind of like try to push it away, it says, "Would you like to see your schedule before you leave?"
Yes.
You see like all these windows kind of like pop up, and you see Phoenix Academy welcome information. Phoenix Academy homeroom, and you say like other attendees, and you see like little pictures of all the other students in the class, and it says, "Would you like to meet?" And then it has little pictures of everyone.
Yes.
And you can see everyone here.
Do I have to tap on them, or
Yeah, there's like little pictures of them.
I'll just all of them
Okay.
if I can. If
It's
I can
like
select all of them.
you try to
just
tell it, yes, all of them. Nothing happens, and you're like, oh, I gotta fucking tap on
Yeah,
these.
like
What is this technology?
You just yell louder at the monitor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's already
Yes,
tried to
please.
talk to it like twice, and it hasn't responded too well
Yeah.
with the command. So I'm just tapping them.
You're
Okay.
like gesturing in the air, like trying to select all of them. Like
Sign language.
no. Yeah, there
So-
you go. Like Tacoma.
You hit the first picture, which is Leggett, and you'll notice that everyone is listed under their code names basically.
Mhm.
So you see Leggett come up. And you see a sort of picture. Can we get a refresher on what the Leggett looks like?
Yes. So, he is wiry, which is basically the kind of very heavily toned, but not bodybuilder type of body. Definitely strong in that regard. He's blonde, because I'm going to definitely go with Void Smoker's like super awesome image. And yeah, kind of has a little bit of a side shave. Very, very military short hair. What is it? High and tight, I guess technically is the actual phrasing for it. And he's pretty tall. I would say he's like maybe 5'11", 6 flat. Chiseled jaw. Like it looks like he was genetically engineered to be this way.
Hmm.
Yeah. What color hair?
Blonde.
Blonde. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can see the like a brief description on the Leggett, and it says the Leggett, also a member of Aegis, is attending the Phoenix Academy along with you for the first time. The Leggett is a staunch believer in what Aegis provides for the world. And it says hobbies include, and then like it's just got like these like likes and dislikes basically from you.
He'll pull out a little notebook. That's what I'm looking around here for.
Except it's not a notebook, right? Like it's got to
So,
be
like,
some kind of
anything-
future tech.
Well, I was thinking, I don't know if he has his, so I think he's like looking around the room and like finding a journal or something. I don't know if they give out agendas still in Phoenix Academy, but just quickly starts to like and then jot. Does it give me the full like all of their personality traits?
It gives like likes and
rough-
dislikes. Yeah, it's really rough. It's whatever these people would have put when asked. Because like when you guys came in, you probably had to sort of like do this questionnaire thing or whatever.
Yeah, he'll listen to it, spout it all off.
It was
if,
orientation. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. If it'll go for all of them, he'll listen to all of them. Was that does it seem to do anything other than that when it indicated meet them? Can he computer?
It says so the monitor sort of like swivels, I guess. It doesn't seem to respond to your inquiry.
So continue like tapping it. Does it show where they are? Can I
Yeah,
Like,
it'll
by
just
any chance navigate it.
it'll just say, yeah. I mean, you just kind of sort of cycle through, and
Yeah.
I don't think it'd give you precise locations of each member, but it would
Okay,
say
yes.
something along the lines of like, class begins at. Trying to remember when my high school started. I want to say it was
7 or 8.
Yes, like
Mine was like 8.
Yeah. What time did we start? 7:30? I can't remember. Let's
yeah,
say
it's fucking early.
let's say like 7:30 or something.
Okay. Hour and a half. It's not bad. Okay, yeah. Again, gonna poke it, and then kind of casually walk over to the mess hall. I think Achilles would be pretty enthralled by everything here. I think where he's from, maybe they had an underground base, but it wasn't underwater. So I think it'd be very, very curious to know what the difference is between holding up like rock and or any whatever would be in a cave system, as opposed to like just somewhat less futuristic technology, but also I think if he hasn't seen this kind of stuff before, it'd be also really new. So I think it's a really kind of cool juxtaposition there that he gets to look at as he's walking down these hallways.
You have no roommate, and the bed is essentially just kind of like clean on the other side. It's just folded, and you'll notice like after you got up, the bed actually makes itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sort of does this thing where like the mattress recedes, and then like it like flips over. And then you can hear like all this like rustling and things and tightening of the sheets and whatnot. And then it like flips back over like, and like the pillow will like come out of this recessed location. Like a panel like opens and like pops out onto the bed. And do you head to the mess hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's a pretty big coffee drinker, even in the future.
You can hear like there's probably the sounds of like whales, like humpback whales singing and whatnot.
Shut up!
Sort of that just they probably pipe it in.
There's a bingo. Oh, they pipe it in? Oh.
Yeah, they probably
Sorry.
pipe it in. No, it's coming from outside, but
Oh,
they actually
okay.
probably like
I just
stifle most of the noise that probably comes out from the outside, but they might let some of the very very like interesting things happen.
Yeah, that'd be really.
Did you know you can actually do that? You can actually like be on a boat and have like a little sonogram thing on the bottom of your boat, and then just
That's
like
cool.
pop it on top and listen to them. Oh my god,
That's
You
so
know what's
cool.
even cooler? Those things that you put on your boat that tell you how far down the fish are.
no.
I would say what's even cooler is just going outside of your house and seeing the gray whales do flips while they were eating krill.
Well,
Yeah, but that's a regular occurrence in Lake Ontario. Let me tell you, everyone moved to Toronto.
That's
when
what I
was in
grew up with.
Japan, we used to watch them migrate
All right.
every
All
year.
right, and anyway.
Okay,
Sorry, what?
sorry.
Anyway.
All right.
You know what I used to watch migrate? Canadian geese.
So
Yeah. They
Um,
leave?
you head to the mess hall, and there's only a few people around. You can see basically I don't think you recognize anybody. The legate probably is already sort of doing morning calisthenics and stuff. I don't think they stayed for very long. And yeah, you kind of arrive, and there's this like weird food vending machine thing. You can see there's all these like prepared meals on it. It's just like the screen itself is right on the food vending machine, so you kind of just point to whatever food that you want. It has like I think it's got some oatmeal, cereal sort of choices, that kind of thing. And
Balanced nutritional breakfast.
yeah, there's some fruit and things.
Cereal. I'm gonna click cereal and fruit. Does it do anything if I poke
Oh
them?
yeah, you push
Yeah.
it, and the meal you can see like gets grabbed by another like electronic arm. It like moves in, like grabs the meal, and
Yeah.
goes down to the receptacle at the bottom.
That's effective. Gonna click the fruit. See what kind of fruits come out.
Okay. Yeah, you can see there's bananas, apples, oranges. There's
All of them. All of them.
yeah, and they've got like they've got some fruits on there that says seasonal, and they have I think they have something called a kumquat.
It's a kumquat. Let's kind of tap it. It's interesting.
A mango.
A mango. It's a mango.
Receptacle full. Please remove food items from the receptacle before continuing.
Not so effective. As I start to grab some of them out and put them in my pockets real quick. Just
Question on the food. Like, is it fresh fruit? Is it dried? Is it artificial fruit?
That's a good question. It's actually fresh fruit.
Okay.
wow,
It's a fucking miracle.
impressive. Yeah, and then if there's coffee on there, I want to try and find it, see what kinds they have.
I'll have you know that the Tangi have provided very well for everyone, and everyone is very happy.
Wow. Have they given us some Colombian coffee down here under the sea?
Well, they haven't provided for Aegis or the Phoenix
Yeah.
Academy
You
directly.
see, he said everyone, and I got hopeful. Just a bit, there's a thing of coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh,
no,
Where
there's
is it?
not.
Nope.
doesn't.
No.
There was just tea, right?
I think. What
There
he'd do
are
then is-
certain kinds of tea, yes.
Oh, if there's straight up no coffee, he'd just kind of and put the stuff down on the table. And you said there's other people in the room.
There's other people. I'd say there's maybe 4 or 5
Yeah.
people dressed in Aegis uniforms.
Yeah. Sorry, the machine thing, the food serving machine won't. There's no coffee. Does coffee not exist in this timeline, or?
Hello there. You're new, aren't you?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Are you
whoever
one
it
of
is? I'd like
the-
to walk closer. I'm like,
Are you
I'm
one
Marcus.
of the Phoenix Academy students?
Yes. Newly brought to the school a couple of days ago.
My name
Yeah.
is Agent Washington.
Good to see you, Agent Washington.
Um,
Again, Marcus, is there coffee?
There, coffee?
Coffee.
What's coffee?
It's a drink made of beans and the roasted and blended. You don't have coffee in this timeline? Or you just have never heard of coffee? Has anybody else heard of coffee? Coffee? I'm not crazy. It's an energizing...
someone sort of like pipes up. Oh, walks over to you, and they say, it's a woman that walks up to you. She's a little bit older, probably like in her 40s, maybe, and she says, you're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I just enrolled the other day.
The Tangi essentially removed all of the cacao plants across the world. Coffee doesn't exist anymore.
Wow. Thanks. Thank you. This is a terrible world to live in. I'm really gonna have to get back.
It can be. Are you new here? Do you want to sit
What-
with us?
Yes, that's what I said. I'd like to just kind of collect my thoughts without coffee. Figure out how to live the next 20 to 30 years here without coffee, if you wouldn't mind.
There is tea available, although I have to admit, I'm a big fan of coffee myself.
Yeah.
Or at least I was.
Yeah.
I haven't had a cup of coffee in 10 years.
Well, it's been about 4 days for me, so I'd like to keep it fresh in the system, if you know what I'm saying. Thanks.
There might be a few people that still have some coffee, but
I'm gonna get close. I'm like, if you know anyone, you come to me. Whatever currency, I'll buy it. If we can, I'll trade favors. I'm gonna give him like an
This
up
is
and down,
academy, not prison.
like kind of like give him an up and down. Like, is this like a headmaster or is it any kind of?
it's an Aegis agent. They're all wearing uniforms. They all have these sort of blue and black and gold and white uniforms. If you look in the Aegis playbooks, the soldier actually has on this sort of example of the sort of Aegis uniform. And there's a she sort of she's okay then, well, enjoy whatever it is that you're having.
Yeah, thanks.
And Agent Washington just kind of gives you a wave. He's pretty young. I'd say he's about 16 years old or so.
Okay. What about the girl? Just like a, just want
She was in her 40s. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll just sit down and start to eat, start to enjoy this fruit. I think it's been a while since he's had fruit, so, or at least fresh fruit.
Okay, you enjoy your food. Trix and Ra. So you sort of gotten ready and whatnot. Ra, you were the first to head out. Did you head to the mess hall area?
I think, yeah. Just random question. Did we know what our uniforms look like? Did we decide on that?
We have not decided yet.
Oh.
Okay. Just curious. I probably would have gone. So it goes like the mess hall's the like main area. Is there like a front desk or somewhere where I could go to get my schedule since my roommate
Destroyed
killed
the monitor.
robot? Yeah.
Seemed like a lot of the chat liked Athena.
I did like Athena. I liked Doris. I thought Doris was a really cute robot name.
Doris is also adorable.
It's adorable.
Can we get a
Back to
vote
that
in the
smile
chat?
off your face if you're going to kill this robot.
Did
we
you
get it?
see all the Athena acronyms? Because those were pretty
Yeah,
damn
the
cool.
Athena.
Oh yeah, we'll do Athena.
I think Athena is super awesome. For
Can we-
fucking God of Wisdom.
Yeah, do it.
Athena.
Athena it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Athena.
Is there maybe another Athena console or something that I can see?
Yeah, there's probably
Okay.
another one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's
so-
a few monitors and things kind of scattered throughout this facility. And
Okay.
you walk up to it and it says, I guess it just kind of pops up and it says, "Hello, Ra."
Hey, I need my schedule for today.
You see like all these things, the same thing that popped up for Achilles, basically. You see
Okay.
the welcome to Phoenix Academy, getting started rules, those kinds of things. And you see little pictures of all the various other students with getting to know your classmates.
Okay. I'll kind of glance at them, but I will probably look for the faces that I saw a couple of days ago when
Yeah.
the huge event happened and see if I have any classes with any of them or just see if does it say their schedules too? Or is it
No,
just like
it won't
weird
give them their
bios?
schedules. It won't give
Okay.
you their
It's
schedules.
just like weird bios and habits
It's
and
like
shit?
yearbook information.
Yeah, okay. Are there like weird quotes at the bottom?
You guys would have had to. You guys would have had to like give information in the orientation. So it's kind of whatever you wanted to show up is there.
Okay.
I assume that Trix is probably like the worst. Like it's just not nothing there.
Please tell me
It's
there's
just.
What do you mean the worst?
I mean, it like likes and dislikes are just total trolls. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So what does my schedule say? Do I go to the mess hall first?
It says it doesn't say that the mess hall is scheduled for you, but it say classes start at 7:30. And you know, it says your homeroom information. Also something that Achilles didn't really pay much attention to. There is a figure represented for the homeroom teacher that you see, and it is listed. It looks sort of like a woman. She has, I mean, you just see her face there, and it's got sort of a bluish tint to it. You can see that there are quite obviously some lines on it. Since you are from the past, you actually recognize this this person, this robot, and it says your homeroom teacher, Joy, and you recognize this. This is one of the model 10,000X Estrellas.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay. Cool. So I got to be on time. All right. I will head to the mess hall to get some food.
Okay. I think you probably show up at the point where Achilles is trying to bite completely into an orange as opposed to trying to peel it first. He's trying to find like the right angle to get a bite on it, but it's just like a navel orange. It's too large.
Was there no fruit in your future?
That's what he was playing. He was playing it that way.
I
know he was.
played
Yeah,
it
you're
as
right.
That or that, like it's like dried or like you can't get it fresh. Glad you guys picked that up immediately, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to have been like dried or like artificial or something. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
too, what
I think
that's what-
fresh fruit.
Okay.
I'm thinking if this, if this timeline went the way that it should have, especially with something going on in the future, then maybe resources are a little more sparse.
No fruit, only coffee.
Oh man, what a timeline it'd be in. Let's go there.
And you sort of see Achilles, you think his name was, sort of trying to chomp into the rind of this orange.
Hey, can I sit here?
I'll look around at like the empty tables.
I mean, if you want me to
It's-
sit somewhere
yeah.
else, I can sit somewhere else.
It's also not like a giant mess hall. I mean, the
Yeah, I
rooms
just
are
figured there's, like-
fairly small in this place.
There's probably like 5 or 6 spaces though. No.
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 tables.
Do you
in
want
this.
to
you
eat
could-
that fruit by yourself?
Teach me how to eat this. I would be grateful.
What do you mean teach you how to eat it?
I've not eaten an orange before. Isn't like
Okay. I take the orange. Okay, are you watching? I stick my thumb into the orange and then I just like move it around and rip the peel off. It's the most this is the
It's
worst
not
way
graceful.
to do this. Yeah, it's
Wow.
not graceful. And I'm just gonna like rip it off.
It's
and
the
then
person
and
that
then
jabs
I
the
will
thumb
crack it.
into the
Yeah.
fruit to take the.
Yeah, that person. I'm that
Very-
person. And then I'll go ahead and I'll actually split it for you. There you go. You can also split it further if you want and just take one off. And in fact, I do that and then I eat it.
see that's a
Like that.
tradition here in the academy. I'm Achilles or Marcus.
Yeah, we met a couple of days ago, sort of.
Right. Does all the juice normally leak out? Is that the?
Yeah, and then
It's made a
when-
horrible mess all
Yeah.
over the table.
Yeah, and then when you bite it, it gets all over too. So you should probably have a napkin, or you could use your uniform if you wanted.
Just
Yeah.
Shame. Ineffective.
You'll get used to it. Eventually, you'll be able to, put the whole thing in there and not squirt any of the juice out.
Trix.
I knew this.
I mean, you had a very sort of rude awakening this morning. Are you? Did you like clean up, and are you heading down to the mess hall as well?
Yes, I am. There's still water like in my ear, and I'm still a little like dizzy from the pressure.
Are you doing the thing where you're like trying to suck it out with your hand?
Oh,
You know, like
That's a thing.
Put a finger in there.
Is that how you get it out?
Yeah.
Dude, I just tilt my head. I just
Yeah, but
tilted.
you
I'm
gotta
like, eh.
Also do that.
how has that worked for you so far?
It works after a while, but I hate having anything in my ear. Like it freaks me out.
Yeah, me too. I just tilt my head and then I like rub underneath my ear and that
Yeah.
comes out. Yeah.
That's what I'm like basically doing. Just like,
Man,
like,
I wish I had like a plunger. I could, like,
They do make
do.
something for that. Like it's like an ear wax remover sucker thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh
so
yeah.
You
futuristic, dude.
So you arrive. You can see you're sort of
I'm
like.
like stumbling and kind of like,
Are you like hopping on one foot, trying to shake it out of your
kind
ear?
of like limping? Yeah, kind of because I'm like unbalanced because of the equilibrium in my head and the water and all that shit. And blah, 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 blah. So I'm like kind of like trying to search for food, I guess, something to like give me some energy back.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll just like grab one of the fruits in Achilles' pile of fruits. Hey, Trix! And then I'll just like throw it at you. It's like an apple. Red
Donk.
delicious.
It'll hit my head.
Oh, wow.
I'm dizzy already. I'm not gonna be able to catch that.
Oh.
Hey, what was that for?
I thought you might be hungry. Can you throw it back if you're not going to eat it though?
Yeah. I just like throw it, trying to hit her in the head as well.
Yeah, I'll catch it and then I'll just start eating it.
I'll yell over it. Is there grapefruit over there?
I don't know.
You know, where can I get the?
Yeah. He's got grapefruit. You just come. It's nice. It's ripe too. Looks real good.
Quite
Mm.
nice. Yes.
I stumble like towards them,
I'm gonna
like reaching out for the grapefruit.
You can
okay, Achilles?
have it. You can have that.
Yeah.
I passed the grapefruit over. I'm gonna go back to the machine and like get another apple. Get another grape. Like, get another orange.
Adolescence, so you can eat whatever you want. That's fair.
Are we supposed to be calling each other by our hero names here, or?
That was
Well, Trix is
definitely
my name anyway.
It was definitely part of the orientation to avoid
Okay.
giving away your real names to everyone
Okay.
else.
So we're using our superhero names.
Yeah.
Okay. So Achilles. All right. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
Is
like
it
sitting
okay?
down now, just like trying to get this grapefruit open. Like,
I'm Achilles. Nice to meet you. Enjoy my grapefruit.
thanks. You see like water coming out of my ear. It's starting to like coming out, just dripping. I'm like,
It's an unusual power. Very
oh,
useful.
not a power, just bad morning,
I
rough
too-
morning.
I too have had bad mornings. I understand.
So what's your schedule, Trix?
I'd like to eat the grapefruit.
Oh, I meant your class schedule.
Too would
Do
like.
we have
Yeah, I would just like to eat this grapefruit right now and then.
Oh, okay. What about you, Achilles? What's your schedule? Who's your homeroom teacher?
I do not know.
You didn't look before you.
I didn't. I have the entire schedule, but I do not know.
Oh, okay. Do we have like little like tablets with Athena on them, or like a little PDF or a watch with Athena on it?
What do you guys want? Make a choice.
I would love a phablet.
Phablet? What's a phablet?
really
Explain
big-
it to me.
A phone tablet. It's a.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
all
it's
right.
like this big, right? We like pull it out. It's got like a large fold-out screen. Okay, we can.
Oh, it's like one of those LED foldable.
right. And then if we get stuck in water, it triples as a survival device. It turns into like one of those things from
You can float?
And then you, right, and then it's also got laser beams on it, so that if we get into it,
Okay. Wax.
it's
gonna
an
murder
actual like
you.
phone tablet thing.
Whack is going to murder you.
So, it's
And
not
spawn sharks. And
it's like a little like hollow display kind of thing that pops up. I think it's about this. The sort of screen is about yay big.
5 by 5, something like that.
It's a little hollow display that'll kind of like pop up. It's probably a bit quirky,
Yeah.
but it gets the job done.
Like it's got like a little dial on it that you roll, you roll to move along instead of touchscreen.
I'd probably open mine and find
Yeah.
teacher. How do you
Let me see.
just?
Oh yeah. We've got the same homeroom. Got the same.
Lovely.
homeroom.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it means we're gonna be in the same class.
Like a school. This is like a school?
Yeah, that's what did you think Phoenix Academy was?
I didn't think it was like a school. I thought it was like a training facility to find the Tangi and eventually wipe them out entirely. Like
Well,
most of the
it's
other
also
underground.
that.
But it's like a school. We don't
Yeah,
learn
I
any
mean-
like survival. We don't go above.
Well, I'm sure
While they're
we do. I
discussing
don't know.
this,
This
I
is my
like,
first
as
day.
I'm eating my grapefruit, like shove my schedule forward on the table, just like sluggishly, like, here's mine if you want to take a look.
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, you have the same homeroom too. We're all together.
What did
This
you
is
great.
say your name was? Pointing at Trix.
Tricks, you can call me Tricks.
Like Trix.
Tricks.
Do you know what your powers are by chance at all? Like what do you? You're a little more interested.
Kind
like,
of rude. I don't think you're supposed to just like ask that.
Oh,
You're just like come out and be like, "Hey, nice to meet you. What are your powers?" It's rude.
I leak water out of my ears.
that's. Well, okay.
Yeah, it's a very difficult power to.
I was just thinking
Control.
of somebody else. That's really interesting.
Mhm.
Really familiar though.
Wow. Invite me to the wedding. All right, I'm gonna go. Are you guys coming?
Okay.
Are you gonna have that other orange
Yes.
there, Achilles? You are.
Yes.
What about that second apple?
Yes.
I grabbed. the-
Okay. Why are you eating so much fruit?
Yeah, I don't know. He's
Fruit
weird.
is a scarcity where I'm from.
Oh
nobody
yeah,
can
that's right. You're
thrive.
future dude.
Scarcity.
That's me, future dude. Future dude.
Future dude?
Achilles.
Okay.
Future dude, as she had said.
Dude.
Dude.
All right.
So
Definitely
I think at
future
this
Shall
point,
we?
as Leggett has sort of finished his laps through the facility, sort of like ends up in the back in the mess hall, maybe to grab some water or something.
Yep. Grab water and probably an apple.
He's got like a towel around his neck. He walks in. The only other person you guys recognize.
Punch in water, punch in apple.
Achilles doesn't say shit. He's still just looking at Trix.
I definitely like walk directly over to you guys.
Oh hey,
Hey there.
Hey.
Good morning.
how was your run?
It's fantastic. What's how'd you sleep? How's your breakfast?
It's all right.
Not too
Achilles
long.
is being a little bit weird about the food though.
Not being weird.
And he doesn't seem to stop staring at me.
You look
Well.
familiar.
Ah.
Fruit is.
That's
is
code for I want to bang.
Would you like me to
fantastic.
perform
What
my
does it
power
even
again?
mean? Banging.
No power use in the mess hall, please.
Oh, okay.
It's familiar.
Familiar. I mean, it was what, 4 days ago.
Not
I
that
think-
kind of familiar. More like future
Maybe.
familiar.
Maybe you know her from the future. Maybe you know future her.
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, you're from the future.
Yeah, right. He's future boy.
Oh, yeah.
Couple years.
Like actually
Future
from the
boy.
future.
Yeah.
That's why we were just discussing the future dude and the difference between
Yeah.
future.
I'm
dude
sorry. I was just too
Weird about
focused on the
fruit.
grapefruit. I
Yeah.
don't really.
By grapefruit.
I'm not as
No,
interested.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, they're good apples. They're
Yeah,
nice and
really
fresh.
good. Really,
Fresh
really
fruit
good.
seems
Very
to be
juicy.
Very delicious.
so,
but kind of
I'm gonna go shower real quick, but Class is in 20 minutes, so don't want to be late. You're all in Joy's homeroom, yeah?
Yeah.
You're one of the ones that you and your big craniumed fellow you brought me back. Do you know where you can get coffee?
No, there's no coffee. Sorry, tea's good though.
You know where your
All right.
big-brained friend is?
Well, while you try and get your coffee, I'm
I'd
gonna
really like to go
go
back.
for a jog. I'm gonna just like, cause I like to do my morning workout before class.
Jogging, great. I can send you my my laps. I do.
Bye.
I'd like to
2.5 kilometers. Okay, well she's gone.
Could also get my morning workout in. How long do we have?
20 minutes. I just said.
Could do about 14 laps.
Oh, you're one of those super speed people, ain't you?
14.
I do have implants, strength, speed, reflexes. Yes.
Yeah, that 14 laps
they
sounds about
normal?
right at your.
Yeah.
Implants in the future, I mean. Like, do we
Um,
all have them?
Not everybody, but they're quite common.
Who determines who gets the implants?
Well, it's
Money, I bet.
It's not money. It's more of
always
a
money.
kind of a dire situation in the future. There's a terrible villain that's sided up with the Tangi, and I came back here to stop them.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
like cinema shit right there. It's like sounds
Yeah.
like a movie.
Like the movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've read a lot
We
about movies.
We don't really have movies here, unfortunately.
His trick's already taken off. She looks very familiar. There's a war hero from my time. What's her name? Amazing speeches.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like her. Not at all.
I've known her long.
Uh,
A couple of
I
days,
guess.
but I agree with him. Yeah.
Similar.
I don't
yeah,
think she's
thank
the
you.
type.
It was Raw,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, I'm gonna go get changed. But get in your uniforms if you're not in one already, and let's get to the homeroom. Chop chop. See you there. And I start jogging back.
Whatever.
School. It's an actual school.
I just like keep
Studies.
eating Achilles fruit. It's like, oh,
He's sort of
I know,
mumbling
it's-
the whole time.
Good too.
ooh,
Yeah,
kiwi.
I'm
I
just-
love kiwi.
That's. I wish I could love kiwi. I'm gonna
But you
go to
don't love
town on
kiwi?
an apple.
What's wrong with you? It's
I-
delicious.
I do love kiwi, but you're eating my kiwi.
What's wrong with you and food, man?
I like what I like.
It's fucking weird. You're being weird.
That's quite rude.
No, you're being rude. You sit down, you invite people to the table, they sit down with you, you share your food. That's just what you do.
I understand. I'm very sorry for
Yeah, it's okay.
intruding on your customs. It's,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
make a note
fine.
in the future.
You know, tomorrow you can come to the table. I'll show you how you usually do it.
Yes.
Okay? I'll be first. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Raw? Was it?
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like
Thank
that?
Everyone looks familiar.
Don't use the familiar line. That's gross, dude. You just used it on her. Like, come on. I see right through you. All right? I'll see you in class. I get up and I leave.
Take
He
care.
looks down.
Call him out on his bullshit.
Yikes.
It's just like side effect of fruit. Back to eating.
Finishes the food. So you guys head back to your rooms, maybe to change or whatever. You can see that there's like a little spot on your bed where your uniform has sort of popped out for the academy. We haven't decided exactly on what the uniforms look like for the Phoenix Academy. We've had just a couple submissions. I think we are going to do it live. Yeah.
Yes!
So what I'd like to know is, what do these uniforms look like, everybody?
Oh, I'm
Pants,
dumb.
first of all.
I thought you had said the ones in the soldier. I thought you said that was the uniform.
No,
Or was
that's
that
for
the Aegis
Aegis.
uniform?
No, that's the Aegis.
Oh, Aegis.
Yeah.
Aegis is actually separate
sorry.
than from the
Okay.
Phoenix Academy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uniforms.
long robes with
Oh, God,
golden Expressionless masks. We can all be like a giant underwater cult to the sun.
Yeah, that's gonna
That's
be
a big hard pass.
It's a
I'm
big.
thinking of
It's a big
something
off.
like unisex, like
a big
a
off.
body, kind of like a
I mean,
jumpsuit, kind of.
Uniform from Final Fantasy VIII. So I mean,
Oh, dude, I'm like
Oh, I'm
thinking
pretty
of
much
Vault
ready to
Boy.
go.
yeah, you are.
The seed uniforms, yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm down.
It's like unisex, sort of.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah.
I have a cape.
No capes.
No
capes.
Make your own cape.
Cloaks, okay. Capes, no go. Cloaks
So
have
you
arm
guys
bows.
like the seed uniform? What about the colors for the Phoenix Academy? What are we thinking?
Well, red and orange should probably be in there. I
Yeah.
don't know. You're the graphic artist, Wack. You tell us what colors are in there.
What about black and orange?
I'm the DM. I'm the GM. I'm just here to guide.
This Halloween.
Okay.
This.
I like
Alright.
black and orange.
I like black and orange too.
It's edgy.
My high school colors were actually black and orange.
Oh, more orange and blue, man. That was terrible.
Hot
Mine was
blue.
green and white and black.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
like
orange and
gray.
blue.
Could we do like a dark gray and then a red or an
Oh yeah,
orange?
that's
Ooh,
super.
like
Oh
charcoal
yeah,
gray and red.
charcoal
Yeah.
gray and red.
Charcoal
Yes,
red. Okay.
Yeah.
but not
Yeah,
like
I
a
like
bright
that.
red, like a
like
maroonish.
a linen gray,
Not-
and then like a maroon red.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Can it be carbon fiber red? Like the red parts can be like carbon fiber and stuff, and like
Oh, so that
Can
there's
also
You mean that sort of-
also be
bending parts on
bulletproof.
it?
That sort of
So there's, like,
superhero
I kinda dig that
hexagonal,
idea.
that like hexagonal pattern that's on a lot of the
Yeah,
superhero
yeah,
uniforms in the
Oh,
in, the-
yeah.
in all like the Marvel and DC movies these days.
yeah.
And lightning bolts.
not
Lightning
digging
is
lightning
always
bolt.
With the
associated with
phoenix.
phoenixes.
On the back.
Thank you. Wack.
We're the underwater lightning phoenixes, okay?
We could do like either just the feather or you could do the phoenix tail, like the tail feathers that are there.
Oh, that's
I mean,
cool.
that's not very like.
On the ass.
Ugh, we're rebels. That's not like a rebel.
What if we have actual like
Well,
tail feathers?
I get the
What if it's
kind of
just a lot of
impression
fire?
that Trix does the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing where she just turns the jacket
yeah.
inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can the back of the jacket have like the flaming bird? Oh please.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Tunnel Snake's rule.
Rising from the ashes.
Yes.
The charcoal ashes.
Yes.
The heroes will rise again.
The heroes
So-
will rise again.
You guys get your uniforms,
So
put them
cliche.
on. Get your uniforms, put them on, and everything. And yeah, I guess you're kind of directed to the homeroom.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we say, Jay. We're just like through the fire and flames.
We carry on. I'm sorry.
Let's head into the classroom.
What is this?
Punk?
Holy shit! Look at our classroom.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So you guys head into the classroom at probably varying times. I mean, since Trix is the delinquent, she's probably the latest one. I mean, that's your character. That's what you're playing. Don't look at me with that face.
I think Achilles is staring at
That's
me.
true. That's true.
I'm not trying to typecast you, VO. It's your character that you.
You already typecast
Yeah,
yourself.
Yeah,
like
but like my
yourself.
character would react the same way. Cause like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about?
You just don't notice that you're the last one in the room.
Exactly.
Yeah, in a chair and this sort of podium-like monitor thing, you can see that there is a robotic female figure, sort of light bluish, metallic skin, and she's dressed in a lab coat, and she's staring as you walk in the door, Trix. And she says, "Welcome to the classroom, Trix. That is your name, correct?
That is correct.
It is nice to meet you, Trix. Unfortunately, you are late."
I'm sure I'm on time, but my apologies if I am late.
I
May
can
I take
show
my
you the
seat?
time if you like.
Oh,
you
no,
are
that's
2
okay.
minutes late to class.
Get wrecked.
I'm sorry. It won't
Certainly
happen
will.
again.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you on time in the future.
Rub it in, why won't you? Hey,
Now
Trix,
that all of the students are here, we can begin.
come sit over here.
Yeah, like look for more empty seats. Are there any empty seats?
Yeah, I saved one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like walk over, like, hey,
Hey,
Wow, that
did I miss
awkward.
anything?
That awkward. I don't really want to be your friend, but I guess if I have to.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Yeah.
fine. No, it's fine. I love and trust you.
Yeah, and you sit down, and Joy is there, and you can see like you guys have these kind of like lab stations that are all set up, and Joy says, "Welcome everyone to your very first day at the Phoenix Academy. I hope that I will be a good teacher, a friend, and a mentor to all of you. At least, that's what Sam told me." Have you met Sam?
No.
Who the fuck is Sam? Is that was that in our material? Should I have read that before we got here?
I'm sorry, I often forget. He prefers to use the name the Phonic Fighter.
Sam!
Yes, he's one of the old guard.
Oh. Oh.
You guys don't know
I know the Phonic Fighter, but from where I'm from, he's a joke.
That's
The
All
Phonic
right.
Fighter is not
from
a
where,
joke.
From where you're
The
from?
Phonic Fighter is a very valuable member of... Excuse me.
Right.
I have to remain on task. I am your teacher. You can call me Joy.
Hello, Joy.
Hello,
Hello,
Miss Joy.
Achilles. Hello, Leggett.
What's that?
It is a pleasure to have you all here today.
I'd like to create an illusion.
What do you create?
I want to create an illusion of Sam, but like being basically just saying something really dumb over and over again right behind her.
So he's just making this...
Yeah. Just making faces like.
Wow.
kind of face
Wow.
behind her.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's
But she can't see it. She can't see it.
Mhm.
Is that you? Is that you? That's
And-
you doing that.
And Joy says, I'm very happy to be a possible mentor for all of you. You see, I have had a very difficult past myself, and I know all of you have had to live with, very strange circumstances. But we here at the Phoenix Academy are very accepting of everyone. I'm sorry, am I saying something funny?
No. Perfect.
Behind you, Miss Joy.
I quickly make the illusion go away.
Oh, that's just rude. You don't tease her on her first day, tell her to turn around and nothing's there. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I see. A joke is being made at my expense. That is unfortunate. I was hoping that I could ingratiate myself in all of your personal lives and become friends. Very well. I'll continue. So, as all of you are new members of the Phoenix Academy, I will be happy to give you the run-through, as it were. The Phoenix Academy has been set up by Aegis. That does not make any of you a part of Aegis, however. We do not like to force anyone into anything that they do not want to do. We are unlike the Tangi. We believe in freedom of thought. That is what the Phonic Fighter taught me. That I am allowed to have my own thoughts and my own feelings. And you should as well. Many people out there do not know what the Tangi have done. I will explain. She starts to go off on to various subjects and explaining how the Tangi have sort of ingratiated themselves into your society and have sort of gently reprogrammed people in the way that things are done throughout society. It's very subtle, and she explains through this entire course, this period, about how various points in history were altered, or things were sort of just removed from society quietly, just very quietly. And if anything was posted on social media or anything like that, it was altered so that negative interpretations of things just kind of gradually faded away. It was
They use
very
that, like, new technology that came out where they can actually make people talk and replicate their voices and their faces. Have you guys seen that? Oh God.
Yeah, it's a pretty disturbing class that you guys have.
Okay.
And then she says, after maybe like 20 minutes or half hour sort of talking about these subjects, she says, and at this point, I would like to bring up something that is very close to my own programming. And she says, one of the reasons you are not meeting one of your classmates today is due to the fact that they are out on a mission. Do any of you know what the guild is?
I'm assuming yes, but
Leggett,
I
you
don't
know.
as a player.
Do we?
I don't.
Does Achilles have any like future knowledge of a guild? Like, have they established themselves?
Ooh.
I will roll for it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's find out. It all depends on the 2d6.
Dun dun dun. Doesn't it always?
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
Is there like
got a
different
10.
name, or
Whoa.
is it still the guild?
It is still known as the guild. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And you can see that the guild sort of like pops up. She's got like the glass behind her works as a smart board as well. So you can see the guild start to pop up, and you see behind
Sorry.
her.
I'm close, chat.
You can see behind her there is a picture of Poloculus as an adult. You'd say, the leader of the guild, Poloculus.
Oh, I know Poloculus.
And he's
This is
sort of
cool.
like very dashing looking. He's really like buffed. He's got like this really awesome like sort of eyewear that's moving around his entire head. I think his costume's probably like a little bit different at this point.
Wow.
But
He aged well.
yeah, he's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
He's a buff tall dude. As well as whoa, okay, that's a misclick. What just happened? Thank you. I just like breathed on my mouse and it clicked off of the page. She says, as well as the Canuck. And you see the plaid, the red and black colors of the Canuck pop onto the screen. And he's standing next to Poloculus. You can see the next person pop up. And Copper. You see Copper show up. She's she's got like a sort of orangish rust, I think like a rust colored kind of costume, but it's you can see she's got like all these like swirling bits of metal around her and whatnot. Maybe like a different hairstyle or something, just to be like a little bit different. She's sort of like, you can see she's standing next to the Canuck, and right next to Copper, you see the Phonic Fighter, as loud looking as ever in that bright blue and yellow costume. You can see that he's since Goobers isn't here, he's completely bald, and he's I think he's got a goatee. Yeah, let's give him a goatee.
One punch! Please do it.
He's got a goatee, and yeah, he's still in a similar looking kind of costume.
Got a boy.
And you see that he's actually standing next to Joy. Joy pops up, standing next to him, and you can see that they're holding hands.
That's you.
Oh.
Professor Joy, is that you? Is that you, Rachel?
Yes, that is me. I'm a member of the guild.
Super weird.
The Phonic
Alright.
Fighter is my husband.
Wow.
My fucking heart just got. I'm gonna walk away.
That's
Fuck you,
Right.
Rack.
this is probably.
Do you know the guild?
Yes.
Some familiarity. Yes.
Well, they're the group that's sent out up top, so to speak. Various missions, raids, supply runs, that sort of thing. I'm sorry, you said Scraps is on a mission with the guild right now?
Is that the one that?
That is
brought me
correct. Unfortunately, it is classified. But I can tell you that he is out with the guild on a mission right now. Since you have all started the Phoenix Academy today, I was required to stay back, which is unfortunate.
Professor Joy.
Yes.
So this is an actual school then, where to do these classes every day.
Yes.
Where do you think we are?
I don't know. This fucking future boy
Future boy over here.
thought he was coming to
sure,
some military facility where we do push-ups all day.
Yeah, I was actually
That's why he asked to eat all those
looking
fruits.
forward to that. That was quite a.
Push-ups are a very good means of fitness activity. Do you
Oh
not
yeah,
like
real
push-ups?
great. No, push-ups are great.
Mhm.
Raw was it? You should probably try to do some more push-ups. I've heard that the optimal amount to do is about 50 a day for somebody your size. and
Excuse
weight.
me, have you seen me?
What are you
I do plenty of
implying?
push-ups.
That she's quite skinny, and that if she were to be
Oh,
Tangi, then she could get squashed like a bug.
I believe that her physical stature is fine for what is needed.
Thanks, Teach.
You're welcome.
Perhaps you have some exoskeleton.
Fuck you, future
hardening
boy.
powers. Wow.
Excuse
quite
me,
rude.
but please watch your language in class.
See, nothing has changed.
What?
From the future to the past, that word is still.
Oh yeah,
I have to go back farther to understand the
that
origin.
word still means
Such a
you're
vulgar
an
word.
asshole.
Excuse me. Please watch your language. I do not wish to give you a demerit.
Right.
can I create an illusion?
Sure.
Oh man.
I'm going to make a bunch of fruit appear on his desk.
Oh my god.
And they look real as hell as well. They look really
in the
weird.
classroom.
They look
Fucking-
moist.
Yeah. Eat your fruit,
Freshest.
future boy.
Wow. Quite. Now this is more effective. Please get brought in.
Please
from
avoid
somewhere.
using your powers
Yeah,
in
go ahead and
class.
pick one.
Please avoid using your powers in
it on
class,
fire.
Tricks.
Light it on fire, Tricks. Light it
Oh.
on fire. Make it light on fire.
I,
Ah!
I do what she tells me to do.
Just
Wait, which one?
Dis-
Me or the teacher?
You.
yeah, the fire just kind of like lights up.
I didn't do that, Mr. I didn't.
What are you doing, future boy?
Please, my name is
This is
Marcus or
unfortunate.
Achilles. Please do not. It's
I'm
quite.
sorry, you don't look like an
Joy-
Achilles to me.
Joy kind of looks around the room, and you see like this little there's like a little ventilation that happens. That's her sigh. It's like her sigh, you know. It's just like the ventilation happens, and she extends her hand outwards towards the table, and she says, "Fire should not be activated inside the classroom." And then the freezing
Yeah,
powers
Achilles.
take effect, and just freezes the entire table in front of you, Achilles.
Such a bad student on day one.
Wow, day one. Is this how you do it in the future?
This wasn't. It operates
Is this
much.
how you
better
act?
in the future, I'll have you know.
It's at that point that behind Joy, you see Agent Waxen's face.
Oh God, no! Oh no!
Dear God, it's Waxen.
And it just kind of, and he says, "Agent Joy." "Yes, Agent Waxen." "I take it things are going well." "That depends on the definition of well that you have."
Who's this?
I think there's only one definition.
There are actually multiple definitions of well.
"I'm sorry to interrupt, but it appears that we have a problem. We may have to activate our new heroes." "That
What?
seems
Activate.
like a poor choice of timing. They have merely started their first class. They do not have the required practice to be able to perform any significantly heroic acts.
Oh yeah, I like the sound of this.
Unfortunately, I don't think the guild has a choice." "What? What is happening to the guild?" "They need backup."
Back up.
"Shall I leave as well, then?" "Report to the teleportation room immediately."
Teleportation room. We have a teleportation room.
That's quite advanced.
Fairly normal.
"I will brief you there." Agent Waxen out. "Very well, class. It appears that the guild is in trouble. Are all of you
Alright.
ready for action?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Follow me." She
This is what I was.
she sort
thinking
of
about.
takes off her lab coat and gently like rests it on the chair. And you guys still see the picture of like the guild on the sort of smart glass behind her as you all walk off. And that's where we're going to take our first break.
Oh, thank God, I have to pee so badly.
Yeah, same. Oh my God, this episode is so good. Oh my God.
We'll be
I
back
love
shortly, guys. Hang around. You might see some other stuff if you hang around for the break. We'll be back in a little bit. Hang tight for
No,
more
I can't
Halcyon
go
Unbound,
pee.
episode number 1. We'll be back in a little bit.
Kitty.
Yeah. Okay. All right, wise ass. Well, at least let me finish the story if you're going to cut in with something else, all right? So there I was. I wake up, I'm in the back alley now. No idea how I got there. And across from me, there's this homeless man. And he's just looking at me, right in the eyes, not blinking, no nothing. So I try to ignore him. I get up, I brush myself off, I kind of get assessed, make sure I got everything on me, wallet, keys, etc., right? And I look back at him, and he's still looking at me, right in the eyes, just piercing my soul. And so I look at him, and I say, "We got a problem?" And without even hesitating, he says, "Welcome to the darkness, my friend. Your eyes will adjust in time." And then he just walks away. Weird, right? Hey, Frank, how about another one?
Welcome back, everybody, to Table Stories, Halcyon Unbound. Welcome back. I hope you are all enjoying the show so far. If you have not done so, please make sure you follow all these wonderful people, please. And if you want to help support Table Story, then go head on over to the Patreon and show us some love there. If you want to get yourself an NPC in this show, you can do that. And also, Darkfire is in desperate need of NPCs. Brad has said
animals.
repeatedly how much he loves the NPCs that we get. He's fallen in love with it. I mean, it's his favorite thing that we offer on
Favorite thing,
Patreon.
Yeah. He just said that the other day. Actually.
Yeah. So if you want to support Table Story, you can do that there. And yeah, why don't we continue on? So you guys follow Joy, who's very quick to head down to the teleporter room, and you can see. I mean, you guys were probably taken here via the teleporter. I mean, it's definitely the easiest way to get to this location. I don't think any of you know where this place actually is, by the way.
You just know it's underwater. So
Yeah,
Achilles
it's just
is
somewhere
probably
underwater.
Why?
What's that?
I said Achilles is probably like asking questions along the way and just trying
like
to figure
what,
out
you weirdo?
like about the teleporter. You know what kind of teleporter it is when they got this technology. You know, like
Didn't you know all of that already?
no, Doc, you can't remember the future. Don't give me that look. God, you should have played the delinquent. Jesus, sorry.
I mean, I am. Sort of.
So, you guys make it to the teleporter room, and there's this kind of gate-like teleporter device there. Leggett, you've probably taken it a few times.
Yeah.
There's,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think there's several people that immediately vomit when they sort of take the teleporter. So there's probably like some kind of grate of some kind around the teleporter, some kind of drainage. Yeah. just to compensate. I mean, there's only
We vomit every time.
there's only so many.
Please whack.
Yeah, there's only so many people that they've got in this facility. I mean, the little, the little cleaning robots that they have running around can only do so much. And there's a lot of vomit that happens from that teleporter. Let's be honest.
All right.
This is like my least favorite part of lore.
It just makes your stomachs do like loop-de-loops every time you go through it. You guys make it there, and you can see Agent Waxen is waiting for you. He's on the screen, sort of on one of the Athena monitors nearby, and he says, "We didn't have to expect to call you into action so soon, but I am glad that you are willing to assist us. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your desire to see a better future for the Earth." And he says, the Guild was on a mission to obtain several important items from Alliance Logistics. They are the main shippers for the Tangi Earth Alliance. They receive many shipments from the bay around Halcyon City, as well as several of the interstellar deliveries. We send our team there, and they have not been able to respond back for the last 20 minutes. We're going to need you to arrive at the facility we need to have the dock area secure for their immediate extraction. Do you understand? You are not to engage in any serious confrontations. You are merely meant to set up an extraction point for the team. We need to establish communication with them so that we can teleport them out of there. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
We are currently unsure of the forces that they are encountering. You must be prepared for anything. Your teacher and guild member, Joy, will be there as well, in case anything goes wrong, at least further. Are you all prepared?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Legate, Joy, prepare the team for teleport.
Who of you have well, you all teleported here the way to here, I think, yes?
Teleported. Is it the same as time travel? Is that similar? Or
No, I mean,
No.
you teleported to this facility. We
Yeah, but
after
I,
our mission.
yes.
I think I was unconscious, so I don't
You
know.
might have- okay, they might have had their
woke up
memory.
and-
Here's the thing, Achilles. The difference between teleporting and time traveling is with teleporting, I know because I also possess teleporting. There's a danger with it. You can miss body parts after you teleport,
Right, but if you time travel, you can get sent back too far or farther than you wanted
but
to.
you can miss body parts.
Timeline.
That's not true, and
If you time
you
travel,
might
can
throw up.
break
That's all I
entire
wanted to say.
Continuums and unravel the entire cosmic.
You don't have to worry
timeline.
about that with
Or
this.
you
I've
could
been
change
told.
everything.
Yeah,
could
that's
be
what
your
the
own.
entire cosmic timeline is.
I think they're ready.
Very well. Prepare for teleportation. The general sort of like process here is there's probably like a I think there is a sort of like warning strip around the teleporter. It's a sort of a Stargate looking kind of device, and you can see that there's like a red and black warning tape around it, as well as a yellow and black one, like a sort of like teleportation range on this thing. And once you sort of cross the threshold, you get teleported. So everyone sort of like forms a line. Joy is sort of leading the way, and she says, "Legate, please follow behind me. We must be prepared for anything. If the guild is in trouble, it is possible that we will be we will be...
Maybe a hot.
It may be a
Hot
hot
cell.
situation, yes.
Okay.
If there is too much danger, I will make sure that all of us are removed from the situation. No one will
Understood.
harm my students."
Right. Trix and Ra, what are you two doing while we're fighting?
What do you
If
mean?
we do, I'll be.
Don't assume
defending.
fighting, assume defense. We're
Well,
not fighting.
Assuming defending.
We're
It's just good to get a plan when you go out into the field.
You
Why
guys
did
hear
you
this?
automatically assume that you'd be doing the fighting?
You guys just kind of hear this like
Things get hairy. Sounds
this whining
incredibly
noise of the teleporter, and
I hope you vomit.
I've done this before.
you hear the whining noise of the teleporter, and like you see the kind of event horizon form on the teleporter.
The last thing Achilles says is this safe?
Can I teleport him while he's teleporting to make him vomit?
Wow.
I'm cutting the internet. for,
Unleash
like,
your
a week.
powers.
Like maybe like at the very end, like a quick teleport, just to shake him up
Like
and
just
make him
pump
vomit.
his stomach.
After we've gone.
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Full
After we've gone through.
Okay, after you've gone through. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys feel this like horrible twisting sensation and like squishing, and everything kind of stretches simultaneously, and you show up at Alliance Logistics. And yes, I have a video for that.
Oh my god, no you don't.
Yes, he does.
Every time I look over, I just see Goober's face like, what?
Oh my
Oh, that's
god,
cool.
that's so cool.
So, outside Alliance Logistics, which is basically on the water, you see all these kind of flying vehicles and loading devices and whatnot all about. And there's you can see that there's the evidence of a fight has taken place here. You can see that there's like sort of screens and monitors and things just smashed. There's a door that's basically been like, you see these like large burn score marks all over it, like impact blasts. You can see people like workers and things kind of hidden behind crates and things, and says you can hear them yelling, "I think there's more of them! Oh man, you gotta be kidding me! Where's the Tangi when you need him?" And you guys come in sort of hot. Yeah, there's various like signs of a fight that's been going on, and you don't see anything like evident of the guild right off the bat as you arrive here. Joy sort of pops in and says, "Trying to locate the members of the guild. Phonic Fighter, Poloculus, take up defensive positions."
Got it.
What is that?
Gauntlet.
You start to see this like large you see this like huge robot that's like 20 feet tall. It's got like these large kind of clasper hands, like a crab, like sort of pinchers. It looks like the robot from Alien, the loading bay robot. It's definitely something like that. And Joy says, "It appears there is some resistance," and you can hear this like this high-pitched whine sound, and steam starts to shoot up from her as her arms start to turn bright red. And she
Everybody
says,
ready?
"Stand back."
The
And
robot's not on our side, I'm guessing.
the robot starts to move towards you.
I stand forward in front of everybody.
Yeah,
Get back here.
pop the shield out of
Joy
my...
has it.
I'm in the back watching to see like if I can like see what I can pick on.
Sure.
I'm standing
Would you
where I
like
am.
to assess the situation?
Can
Yes,
I?
please. No,
Sure.
go for it.
I just
You
I
already
have
have
a-
something in mind.
I have a legit I have a move for
Yeah,
it.
go for it. Go for it.
Can
Achilles.
I assess? And I have a thing.
21st century studies, you mean?
Yes, when you assess a situation, you may always ask, what does the future know about this moment? Even on a miss, you take one +1 ongoing to act on the answers.
Okay. So
10.
we're going to do the assess first. Do that first.
I got a 10.
A 10. Okay.
The
So,
boss!
go ahead and ask me 2 questions from that list, and we'll also answer what does the future know about this moment.
What here can I use to defend the team if anything gets too close?
Okay. You don't know the capabilities of this robot yet. It doesn't seem to have any sort of energy weapons from what you can tell. I think that you would assume that some sort of cover would be applicable. There's lots of like shipping containers and things about. There are some cars that are about, like some trucks and things.
Okay, cool. Good defense.
Yeah.
And I guess who here is most vulnerable to me? Could that be flavored like who here needs the most protection? Or is that kind of
Yeah, I mean yeah, I'd say that's applicable.
Okay.
From what you saw in the previous fights, you would know that Ra had turned into some sort of, I don't know, Ra, what did you turn into in the big fight that you had?
It was like a big, weird cat dog beast.
Okay, and that Trix has some sort of teleportation power.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, go ahead and roll me a flat 2d6.
Oh no, is that me?
Yeah.
Oh man. A 5.
Absolutely.
Oh,
you
God.
got like a little mini teleport.
Pull yourself together, future boy.
I'm trying. This is unusual. Okay.
You okay
so-
there?
Fine. And then what does the future know about this moment?
The future, I will roll for it. Let's see. Okay, the future doesn't know much about this moment. You get like a flash of some like news headline that just kind of says, it says Alliance Logistics attacked by terrorists, sort of vigilante or villains threatening the peace, I would say. Something along those
Okay.
lines.
Okay.
I will, by the way, I decided I'm going to roll for each one of those you do to see how much information you get. I rolled a 6.
I appreciate that. That's
I rolled
even
a 6.
cooler then.
So.
Okay. It's even cooler then. Cool. I probably like Trix and Legate. You two should hang back.
I'm better, and turn
Yeah.
on my my gauntlets.
I mean,
defending.
I'm sorry, I never really
I was
answered.
going to anyway.
I never really answered your vulnerability question.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
say,
yeah.
in terms of the group, they all kind of have their own sort of special abilities in terms of trying to defend themselves.
Yeah.
The brain is usually the answer of choice here.
Yeah, but it's on
you know,
here.
the scraps is usually the
Yeah.
person. I guess the legate in this case is probably the most vulnerable.
Okay.
Because you probably haven't seen me do too much.
Yeah. I think that's just how he's wired. Is any other mission he's gone on is protect. So.
Yeah. So yeah, this robot is sort of like walking closer, and Joy, you can see her arms turning like bright red. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I create a distraction for the robot?
Okay. And
Like some kind of different target for it to like get distracted at and like focus at, so we have a little bit more time.
okay, give me a an idea exactly of what you're creating. I'm not gonna get a roll yet because I want to know what everybody's doing before we start doing rolls.
Absolutely.
Maybe a robot like that one, but like a support, like one from our side, like that. It's clear to it that it's an enemy, but it's a bigger threat to it, so it has to focus it first.
Oh, you're trying to taunt it.
Yeah.
Basically. With like a-
Okay.
Like a decoy.
Okay,
Yeah.
trying to create a decoy.
Nice.
Okay. Ra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a defensive position in front of Legate.
Okay. Are you doing anything in particular?
Nope.
Okay. You're just standing in front of him.
Yep.
Legate, what about you?
I'd probably move to Joy's side and try to extend my senses for immediate threats.
Okay. Give me an assess the situation, please, as well, Legate.
Oh, we can do more than one assess now?
Well, he's
we
got
are
a special
abusing it.
power.
Okay.
He's got a sort of spidey sense.
Okay.
4.
Oof. Yeah.
That is a 4.
I think that maybe something's throwing it off. Maybe hopping right out of the teleporter and trying to sort of activate this power is just kind of it's overloaded your brain a little bit. And you're seeing it's just like a little bit of panic mode from everything.
Yeah. Everything looks like a threat right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And
Legate, are you
Achilles,
okay?
you and Ra sort of take a defensive position in front of Legate.
Legate, what's wrong?
Too much.
Okay. All right. It'll pass. It's just the teleport, probably.
And I would like some rolls now. I would like directly engage a threat from Trix.
What? That's timing, though.
And that's a 4. Okay.
5, 4, 4. Off to a great start.
Make sure you guys are adding your
We're all gonna level
Your
up
XP.
on episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you guys are gaining potential. Okay.
Yeah.
So Trix, you're trying to create these illusions in front of things, but they're all like warped. I think you're trying to create like a copy of the group, but they look super distorted and off.
Maybe
like,
the teleportation kind of got me a little.
Maybe
know,
because you
I'm like,
you
"Ugh."
teleported Achilles right after you went through the teleporter. Your powers are just like a little bit
Karma.
overloaded. Yeah.
Wow!
And
Jay!
I didn't do anything.
and the illusions are all distorted. Like everyone's the wrong height. Everybody's faces are like a little bit stretched out. You know, people's noses are like really big,
It
or
doesn't
like
look like Sam, but distorted.
it's just they're all weird. They're all weird, like missing patches of hair and stuff.
I
Like
imagine one of them looks like Uber's picture on the screen.
Like dripping. His face is drooping.
and this is the point where Joy unleashes her
morning
attack. This huge blast of heat. You all feel it. You're bombarded by the heat, even from back where you are. She sort of like melts a chunk of armor off of this sort of loader thing. The thing's like 20 feet tall. It's just massive. It's definitely meant to be picking up like a shipping container in one hand each, you know, like it's that kind of a thing. And it's sort of like it slows down a little bit, and you see like part of the arm gets melted off, and then Joy lets out this like massive burst of steam up as her coolant engages, and she says, You must act quickly, please. Someone must take a defensive.
I'm on it.
She has to cool down, so be okay.
Okay. I'm on it.
She doesn't seem to be moving right now.
Defender.
Where is this robot? Okay, I got it. I'm gonna go up to her. And I would like to unleash my powers. I'm gonna try to transform.
Okay, what are you trying to transform into?
I'm gonna try to transform into my freakish cat dog thing. It's like a
dog.
werecat. Yeah, like a werecat almost, but like I don't know.
Okay.
Are you on 4 legs or 2?
2. I stand up like beast mode. Yeah.
Okie doke. And
Damn.
I would like you to go ahead and unleash your powers.
Get on that bus.
That's a 10. What does it look like when you transform?
It's kind of disturbing if you're watching. So it's like I might start panting, and then it's kind of like my limbs just start kind of growing, and then my teeth kind of like jut out, and my jaw dislocates. It looks extremely painful, and I'm making sounds like I am not having a good time. I'm in pain, and then it's just kind of like, and then I just like become this weird Anubis-like cat creature.
It's like American Werewolf in Paris or
Yeah,
something. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This sickening transformation happens before your eyes as Ra sort of transforms. Yeah. Okay. So Ra, you take a position in front of Joy. And this robot's like moving ever closer to you. The ground is shaking as it moves ever closer to you. It's got these like large sort of pincers behind it, and as it gets closer, you can hear like this sort of like robotic speech sort of come through, and it says,
Intruders on Alliance Logistics Space.
Stand down immediately. You will be brought to justice.
As it moves closer, you can see there is no pilot. There is just some sort of AI or something controlling this, and it moves closer to you. It says,
Stand down immediately.
"What is everybody doing?"
Anubis is a little distracted. Can I do my or Anubis? Sorry, Achilles. Can I do my connecting the dots real quick?
Connecting the dots.
My really big move that we didn't understand. I think I get it right now.
Okay.
Puzzle piece. I'd like to push myself to remember the version of someone that exists in my future, and that someone I'd like to be Ra, with her shape-shifting there.
Okay.
I think it's super familiar to something else that he
That is
recognizes.
so cool.
Mark a condition and roll plus your memories, please.
Wow.
Okay, I want to mark the guilty for taking time out of the fight right now to get caught up. Mark plus my memories. This is investigate the timeline or remember someone. Learning them about they can influence over you if they did not already have you remember.
You should have your own dice for that.
Yeah, I've got two. There's remember someone, investigate the timeline.
Sounds like you're trying to
I think
remember
it's
someone
remember someone,
Yeah.
but
with this.
I hit choose one. Okay, yeah. It's the remember someone. The investigate the timeline thing is the one where it's like when time has passed.
Right. That's for the following session. Right,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so remember someone.
All right, I'm rolling it.
Get on that bus.
That's a 6. Wow, so many fails so far today. This is impressive. Okay. So there's like a weird flash that happens, and like you see this like horrific transformation, and you can realize like you know something, but it's like trying to remember a word that's just on the tip of your tongue that just gets away from you. You can't remember. You can't remember. And it's at that point that the robot attacks. And directly engage, please, Ra.
Can I defend?
Oh, and I'm sorry, we needed a directly engage for the tricks first.
Okay.
Got this, baby.
1 second. My thing.
Oh wait, no, we did that already. We did that already. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You did her. Yeah,
Yeah,
you rolled
that was
the
that was the fail.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the robot is attacking. Who are you trying to defend, Ra?
Joy. Yeah, I stood right in front of her.
Okay, give
so-
me your savior then.
Okay. 10 full hit.
Okay, so when you defend somebody, you keep them safe and you choose one of the options there on the handout.
Okay.
Basic moves. It's down a little bit.
Ooh. I will. Oh no, this is a 10.
I
What
love
do I
this
do
like
for
fucking MacGyver music that I
You
found
choose
for
one of
this.
those on a 10. You
Oh,
choose
okay,
one
I
of them on a
just
10.
choose
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't get a negative.
Add a team to the pool.
Okay. Adding
Nice.
a team to the pool. So we've got 3 team points right now. Remember, there is a delinquent in the group who might want to use them selfishly as well. But we'll see how that goes.
I've been reading over
Who
it.
could that be?
Yeah. Okay, you've added a team to the pool. So how do you think you defend against this robot that is starting... It's basically sending this like giant pincer hand towards you and Joy. How
Oh
do
yeah,
you
I
defend?
absolutely take my weird like mix between a like cat claw and whatnot, and I just like reach up and I stop it from moving forward, but I can't do anything else. I'm just like one hand is blocking.
so
Joy.
straight up test of
Straight
strength.
up. Yep, test of
Oh.
strength. Yeah, and I'm just standing there and I'm stopping it from moving.
You're hearing like this horrible like the grinding noises. The robot's like gears are sort of like twitching a little bit, but you can definitely see Ra's animal form. What color is the animal, by the way? Like, what does it look like?
It's like a weird dark purplish, kind of like charcoal black, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
If
cool.
you're familiar with the Egyptian, it's like I can't decide if I wanted to be a Sphinx or Anubis. That's what it looks like.
Okay. So, your muscles are all bunched up and tense. You can see them standing out on the skin. You can see the legs. When you see like a cat or a lion or anything, like it's about to pounce, and you can see all the sort of muscle fibers in the legs
snarling.
tensed up. Everything's sticking out starkly against your skin. And you're like twitching a little bit as your paws are just kind of pushing downwards. You're just in this test of strength. It's at that point that you all kind of like hear an explosion of sound come from inside the facility. You hear, "Ah!" Basically, boom, and part of the wall blows out from the facility. Debris goes flying, and emerging from the wall, you could see the Phonic Fighter carrying the Canuck through the wall, and Copper is being held by Poloculus. Basically, they look unconscious, and Poloculus, who is supposed to be invincible, is actually bleeding.
What?
Yes. You can see he's got like a head wound of some kind. There's blood coming down the side of his face.
Damn.
And Phonic Fighter, he's part of his costume is just like destroyed. His costume got Spider-Man'd. Like, it's all tattered. You can see his mask is like a bit of askew, and his cape is all ripped, and they look haggard as they come out of the door.
I try to say power dampener, but I can't. I haven't learned properly how to speak when I'm in my animal form, so it just comes out this weird like.
Joy is still immobilized, by the way. She hasn't moved this whole time.
Ra, keep holding it.
Can I ask what's behind us?
Behind you, there's a few people that are kind of cowering in the background. Otherwise, it's the ocean.
I'd like to use the team points and teleport the thing into the ocean.
Okay, you want to selfishly use your team points.
What?
I love her.
Yeah.
What?
I can't fail. I cannot allow failure, as my pride will not allow it.
Okay, when you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. Remove one team from the pool and shift one label up and one label down, your choice. You can use this option after rolling to alter the label you're rolling with. So you can roll first. This is going to be unleashing your powers for sure. This is a big thing that you're trying to teleport.
Yeah.
So how do I do this? Do I check mark the...
No, don't adjust anything yet. You do that after.
Okay.
So you're doing unleash the powers first, and then you're
What's the
altering
bonus?
your labels. There is no bonus.
Oh,
Your-
okay,
yours-
okay.
When you spend
Sorry.
them, you adjust your labels. You did have some moves though that would do things.
Like,
Oh! Wait, no. I mean, I can't use my Are You Watching Closely because it's not trying to trick anyone. I'm just straight up, like, teleporting them.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
unless I'm trying...
So
no,
that's
that's... No,
So that's a 5. So you run up to this. You run up to the robot, and you kind of like put your hands on it to try and teleport it, but your brain gets like all screwed up. Like I think what you do when you teleport is you imagine the place that you want it to move to, but you need like extreme concentration to really picture where it is
I
that
think
you're trying to
that's
teleport
be able to, like,
something.
at least see it. Like, at least it be in, like,
It
in my
definitely
vision.
helps. It definitely
Yeah.
helps, right? Like, and you have to like visualize the object that you're moving in that space, and you can't link up the two properly.
yeah.
So
It's like
as you
going
get,
up next to me,
what's that?
I'm kind of thinking, like, Reaper,
Touch
how
it.
he teleports.
I'm sorry,
okay.
who? Reaper? Okay.
Yeah, like how he teleports and stuff. But, like, since I'm touching it, I'm, like, teleporting it like that. It, like, kind of just I have to see, like you
Maybe
said.
if you're trying to teleport something else, you have to touch it.
Yeah.
So You put your hands on it, try and teleport it, and you see it like maybe shimmer like for a second, but it doesn't move. And the robot reaches down with its other arm, smacks you in the face. Take a powerful blow, please.
To defend if possible.
Okay.
Oh,
How are you defending?
So I've been telling everybody to stay behind, and I see her run up, doing her own shit. Legate's not too pleased about that. But he's already activated his gauntlets when they came in, and he pushes past Ra to try to like basically knock, like do kind of exactly what Ra is doing with the other arm. Just like punch it out of the way.
Okay, so you're trying to use the actual defend move, or do you have a move?
I'm using
actually
it defend.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Roll plus your savior to defend someone.
10.
Okay.
Oh.
So, what does it look like when you defend?
So he basically he's kind of like a monk in the sense of physical, like using ki or that kind of idea. He's really based on using his fists. So he would kind of probably just run up and physically block with himself.
Okay.
And position his body to take the brunt for her.
What do your energy gauntlets look like?
They glow kind of a deep blue. It looks like almost like chainmail gauntlets that are formed completely of energy. They probably go up to like forearm long gauntlets.
So like smoke trails off them.
Yeah, these are all these cool particles. You like
Yeah,
you hear
like
this
absolutely.
humming noise, and then there's actual like cracks in the foundation where your feet are touching the ground. You can feel the energy transfer like through your whole body. It hurts, but you just kind of like you just grit your teeth and bear it. So on a 10, you get to choose one of the other options there as well.
So on a 10, I can do team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. I don't have a condition, but I would like to take influence over tricks.
Ooh. Alrighty. So go ahead and add that.
you cannot
Tricks.
tame me.
He's gonna try.
Tricks, you've or I'm sorry, you've got influence over her, so you add it to your sheet.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Leggett.
So as he like takes this hit, he'd kind of through gritted teeth, just like, move!
Sorry. I just like stumble.
Can Achilles attack in this opening here while they're?
Yeah, absolutely. How are you attacking?
I kind of want to start to pick up speed, start to run as quickly as possible, and start to hop off of his arms and get up near his neck. This giant robot. And on the way up, can I cut it with the sword?
Well, let's see how you roll first. We'll find out.
Use the gladius.
You're trying to do these things. Let's see if you succeed.
Do it.
Go ahead and directly engage a threat, please.
This is 0 on the roll. We're going in.
I would like to use
I have a
the
+1
team
actually
to help
because I have.
You do?
How's your arm doing?
So
great.
Ra is using a team point to assist you.
Yes, I am.
Maybe trying to adjust the arm.
Ooh!
Okay. But yeah, Achilles.
That's an 11
explain what happens as you run up the arm.
Okay, so I want to run up a little bit, but then I want the sword to open up a little bit to reveal the grappling hook gadget inside, and then hook it around the neck, swing up, and bring the sword down in one kind of just into the neck.
This is totally the
as
first
far
thing that
down.
One Punch Man did when he became a
yeah.
hero.
What? No, man,
Yes,
I'm
it
channeling my
is.
inner Kratos. I'm getting in there with the gladius, and I just want to bring it down in between like the neck, like right at the.
Okay. So you basically you've sort of wrangled this robot with your grappling hook. You see that I think like there's this slow motion scene of Achilles jumping up and over, and you can see this like loose wire of like braided, probably like a braided carbon fiber rope or something. that just like loosely starts to wrap. Everybody else is kind of in slow motion as you're fighting this robot. The braided cord of this moves around the robot's neck, and you land on the other side and just pull. At the same time, you see Ra and Leggett just explode with power, and you throw it off balance. Hits the ground. While that's happening, you can hear Leggett, a familiar voice of Scraps, basically like a kind of whimper kind of noise, I think, happening. You can see he's finally emerged from the room, and he's just saying, "We could use some help here." As he sort of scurries out behind Poloculus and the Phonic Fighter, he's trying to keep them behind them. He says, "We've got more company!" As out from the wall that was destroyed, staying maybe about 15 feet or so behind them, you can see
What are you doing?
Dun dun dun.
Oh God, no. Whack
Another
Steven.
1,000 joys.
Whack fucking Steven.
You can see that there is a bird-like creature that comes forth. None of you have really seen many Tangi in the past. They show up on occasion on news reports and things.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, you've never seen one. They show up on news reports and things like in these sort of friendly promotional video type situations, or like, you know, it's all positive news about things that are going on. And those of you that have seen them before, this one looks really different. It's quite big. And I mean thick with like 5 C's. It's like muscular as hell, which is really strange. It also has a they normally have a sort of pinkish kind of flesh-colored look to their feathers, almost like a coral kind of color. And this one is all black. So it's a very striking appearance for any of you that have seen a Tangi before. And all of you start to feel this immense pressure in your head. Everybody, take a powerful blow.
Oh boy.
Low is good on the powerful blows.
Low.
This is a psychic attack.
Oh, I
Take a
rolled
powerful blow.
Okay,
yeah.
a 3.
That's good.
I don't know who Violet S is. Is that somebody in our campaign? Who's Estrella?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For
So that's a 3.
For fuck's sake.
A 3 from Trix. That's good. Also a 4 from Ra. Also good.
Sorry, my +1 to everything here. Does that count as a -1 here, or?
No, just roll normal.
Okay.
Just roll normal.
Oh, that's an 11. That's an 11. That's
The
a good
Leggett
roll.
rolls an 8. So high is bad on the powerful blows. So on a 10 plus, let's start with Achilles. Go ahead and give me. You got to choose one of these. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Oof.
Well, you see,
I think I will choose two options here. I will struggle past the pain and give ground.
So you mark 2 conditions.
Yep.
And the opposition gets an opportunity. So yeah, Achilles drops to his knees, holding his head, which looks like a giant egg, and it's
gonna crack. Oh no!
Yeah, it's staggering pain. Achilles just kind of yells out, and you can see his sword falls to the ground. The wire that's wrapping the robot and sort of like holding it down gets pulled out, and the robot starts to move again. Leggett, on a 7 to 9, you choose one from the list.
Flash out, give ground, struggle past. Let me see here. The reason I'm saying let me see here is because
You might have a move for this.
no, I don't.
Some bullshit.
If I had gotten higher, I actually would have had a move for it. But I think he's going to struggle past the pain. He does not want to give ground,
Okay.
especially with Joy here. So he's going to get angry and afraid.
Okay. And Achilles got angry and hopeless.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you see the robot start to like rise up again, and you see the guild looking hurt, and this crazy looking Tangi. I don't think it's that tall, but it looks like ripped. It's like seeing a kangaroo ripped for the first time. You know what I mean? Like this thing is friggin', it's buff. It's got some
We're
meaty
fucked.
muscles.
That's why it's thick with 5 C's, man.
Yeah, and you just hear, all of you are buffeted by the psychic attack. Maybe like in your animal form, it was a little bit easier for you to resist Ra. Tricks, I'm not sure how you were able to kind of ignore it. Maybe
I could have negated it.
maybe
with my own
Achilles kind of took like the brunt of the damage or something. Maybe it was just a directional thing. Who knows? But you were able to avoid the brunt of the attack. You see Achilles like down on the ground though as the robot starts to get back up.
I'd like to use a move. If
Okay.
possible.
What would you like to use?
I would like to use Are You Watching Closely? And
Nice.
I would also like to create, basically make us all invisible so that there is no threat anymore and the robot thinks that we're like not there, and it just like
Okay. So in terms of like how you do that with
Maybe we
your
can get, like, some
illusion,
kinda-
you'd maybe disguise yourself as crates or something?
Yeah?
Just kind of like try to look
This
like
is
crates.
snake.
Go ahead and roll plus your
Rocks.
superior.
Rocks. Now we're going down the Lord of the Rings route even more. I like.
That's a 10. Okay, you get to choose 3 from your list there.
Expose a weakness or flaw. What's avoiding further entanglement? Like how would that apply here?
I think you avoid sort of the fight partially from right now. You guys are all sort of disguised as crates.
Snake. Y'all ever play Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, we all.
Ooh,
It's literally the first joke that was made via.
oh.
Yeah, she just ignores me. She ignores me.
I'm concentrating. I'm looking at my face. God damn it. Okay, I'll go with you avoid further entanglement. You also expose a weakness or flaw, and
You get an
You confuse them
opportunity,
for
or you
some
confuse them for some time.
confuse them for some time, I guess. But that and the entanglement are kind of the same thing ish.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you kind of disguise yourselves as crates, and the robots start to like get up.
Target lost. Target lost. Target lost.
It starts to turn. Starts to turn towards the guild, who are trying to move closer to you guys. Poloculus is kind of like holding his head, and he yells, "Man, I hate psychic attacks." And you can see he just like you see his visor start to light up like a brilliant sort of purplish kind of color, and then shoots out, shears off the leg from the robot. The robot falls to the ground. It's trying to move around. It's trying to move around, and it can't seem to get its balance. And you see the rest of the guild starting to like move closer. You can see Phonic Fighter. He's like holding his throat, and he's trying to like shake his head a bit. He's holding Canuck as Poloculus is holding Copper, and you hear Poloculus yell, "Careful, Phonic Fighter! That's valuable cargo." And and Canuck is just like, you can see he's all like bloodied, and Phonic Fighter sort of raspily yells, "I got him, don't worry." And he says, "It's gonna take a second for my voice to recover." On it, as Poloculus sort of turns back and he says, "What are you doing here?" As he looks towards the rest of you.
I don't say anything because I can't.
He says,
Saving you.
He's pointing.
Let's go.
He's pointing to his visor, and he says, "I can see."
Like, kind of just motioning.
We're all boxes, or yeah.
It looks like he's identifying you through the illusion.
Yeah. Okay, so we know then. If he's already talking, then.
Yeah.
Like, let's get together so we can get back.
So as this Tangi is sort of moving behind, it's moving with this kind of like bird-like walk, right? Like its wings are sort of coming out behind him, and it doesn't necessarily have like I gotta see if it actually has arms or if the wings are kind of the arms. I think they are.
Is it wings or arms with like claw kind of type things on the like bats almost?
I think it's something like that. Let me check. I actually don't have that book open. Let me take a look. Yeah, they do. They have kind of like these weird. The wings connect from their arms to their body. So they're sort of like extensions of their arms. So yeah, it's got this like strange head bobbing kind of movement as it walks forward, and it's you can see that it kind of like it has this mechanical device that's sort of strapped to its chest, and Phonic Fighter is looking over his shoulder, and he yells, "It's gonna fire again!" And Poloculus says, "Look out!" And you see this like white glow. It kind of looks like a circle on its chest. It's got like a vest strapped to its chest, and the Scraps says, "It's a power dampener."
Oh.
Is it like a projectile that it shoots, or
It's a beam-looking thing.
Okay.
You can see it's like an energy sort of blast is building up. Looks like a Kamehameha is about to blast from this thing's chest.
I'd like to run at that and try and like attack it. I don't know what.
You're gonna run at the Tangi and attack it, okay?
It's right on the belt there.
Sure.
I don't know what Dan wanted to do. Whatever you were saying.
I'd also love to try to use my extraordinary senses to kind of figure out where the direction of this is going to go.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
my like spider senses, my extraordinary senses, I'd like to try to extend those out to know roughly where it's going to hit.
Okay. Sure. Let's see here. Let me just read your exact text here for that. Enhanced senses. Okay. Yeah, give me an assess.
Okay. $10.
That's a 10. Okay. Go ahead and ask me 2 questions from the list there.
Okay. So what here is in the greatest danger? So I'm looking for like the specific people that might get hit.
Okay. You're not sure how wide of a beam this is. Looking at Scraps' position, it looks like he's trying to move laterally. So he's trying to get... It looks like he's trying to get out of range of this thing. Phonic Fighter and Poloculus are carrying people. Poloculus is flying now that he's kind of cleared the wall. What's that?
I want to help them if I can.
Okay. And they're trying to spread out. Poloculus is carrying somebody, so he's moving a little bit slower. And Phonic Fighter is also sort of moving a bit slower. So from what you can tell, this thing is probably trying to aim to hit as many people as possible.
Okay.
Scraps is probably out of range, but the rest of you are most likely in range of this.
Who is struggling to carry the most? Like, who needs help carrying someone?
Phonic Fighter.
Phonic Fighter? Okay,
Yeah,
I will, like, all fours run to Phonic Fighter and try to take the person that he's holding or help them both.
Okay. The crate is moving across the the shipping lanes here. Okay. And you're trying to get in the way of the blast? How are you trying to help?
I'm just trying to help, like...
Shove him? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. No, I'll just stand in the way of the blast. Can I take it up with my big animal form? Like, can I just consume most of
I don't think you know that.
I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So where Poloculus and the Phonic Fighter and that group is, I'm gonna stand in front of that group and I'm gonna try to like make sure that I get hit by the blast instead of them.
Okay. So Achilles, you said you were rushing the Tangi.
Yeah. I also have one more question.
Yeah, Leggett.
I was gonna say, what here can I use to dissipate that blast?
You can maybe try and block it with a crate or something. You're generally unsure what kind of energy is used in this dampening effect. You've never seen this device before. Right. It was never in any kind of Aegis briefing.
Can I try and remove it somehow from the like vicinity?
Would you like to rush up to it and teleport it off?
I will never learn from our mistakes. Yes.
Okay. So Achilles, Trix are both rushing the Tangi, and Ra is trying to get in the way of the blast for the Phonic Fighter. Okay.
That's right.
So, I think let's get some rolls here. Directly engage, please, Achilles.
All right.
Since you were the one that said that you were going to take action first.
13.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Okay.
Coming through
Achilles
the
gets a
shield
13.
and sword.
Nice.
Before we continue, I want to see what Trix and Ra roll.
Mm-hmm.
Trix, go ahead and directly engage.
No.
That's a 5.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Ra, please defend someone.
Oh man. 12 full hit.
Okay. So, what happens? Achilles, you rush forward and you get to trade blows with the Tangi. On a 10 plus, you pick 2 from the list there.
All right. From directly engaged, yeah. Persist or avoid, take it, something great enough. I'd like to resist and take something. The belt, if possible. I'd like to cut it off.
Okay,
or
absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah, okay. Sure. So, basically, this thing, as you kind of get closer, you feel this psychic attack immediately upon approaching it. And you like tense your brain muscle just to fucking, red face your way through this.
Back at it.
Yeah. And it's just a massive psychic attack that you grit your teeth through. You can probably feel like a little bit of blood trickle down from your nose as you do. And the sword slices through the strap of this device, sort of falling off of this Tangi. But the blast does manage to go off, unfortunately. And the blast hits Trix dead on. Trix.
Would I want to try to defend her again, since I was using my powers to see something like this coming?
Yeah,
If possible.
See nachos.
Oh my god, I want nachos so badly. What did you just say? Did he say nachos?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
Jay is eating all of the food tonight. He's had
Yeah,
3 meals
so-
since we started this
I
call.
know.
I'm not kidding. 3
What?
meals since we started this call, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hold on. If
Likes food. I had a root canal this morning. I couldn't eat.
if you support or if he defends me, can I use my move Mary Contrary?
Ooh, let's see.
Because I wanted to get my influence off. I don't want him to influence me. So if I roll high enough, I can.
Wow.
No, because that's not part of the move. It says pierce your mask, comfort or support, provoke. Not.
Oh,
it
it's only
does-
pierce.
Yeah.
It's only.
Yeah. It's only against those moves.
I thought maybe. Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and defend someone. You get your +1 there, Leggett.
Alrighty.
I guess I'll let you defend me.
My job is to defend. That is his deal. That is a 6.
Or not.
We use our team. Wow.
We have team points.
You got team points. Yeah.
Yeah, I can help you. I'll help you.
Okay. So,
Okay.
how do you help?
Okay, so I came up to kind of block Poloculus and Phonic Fighter and that group, and I see Leggett run up, and I kind of like extend an arm to help propel him forward so that we can do a unified front and
Okay.
block everybody.
There's a clawed sort of strange dog cat hand paw that comes out to try and grab you, and there's this bro moment of like, we zoom in on the hands and the paw as you get pulled just barely out of range of this. Unfortunately, you're pulled, and I think maybe you like kick the legs out from underneath Trix. So let's see. On a 7 with defend somebody, it costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I think tripping her would absolutely escalate.
Okay, you're escalating the situation, and you get to choose one from the team pool there, or from the pool.
Yeah. I'm gonna clear a condition angry.
Okay. So you take the legs out from underneath Trix. Trix falls to the ground. Basically, you've kicked her legs out from under. She falls to the ground, and you can see the Tangi is getting closer. Poloculus says, Joy! Joy, what are you doing? Joy! Joy! Phonic Fighter yells, Joy? Joy!
She's cooling down.
No, she's not. What's wrong? Joy? Why does she look like a crate?
That would be Trix, a party member.
And Poloculus says, "We need to clear the landing zone right away. We need to make room and communicate for the teleport. Our communicators have been down the whole time."
Perhaps you should invest in some better ones. Where could we? What is this good here? Should we start? Like, if I look around, are there things we have to clear off?
I mean, there's some people that are by the crates. I mean, it seems like your landing area here would be mostly clear. I mean, when you guys came in, the teleport was basically clear. You were on like the edge of the dock here, and it looks mostly clear. Joy, however, has not communicated and has sort of been stood still.
I'm gonna look for Legate and Raw. Should anyone grab her?
Ra?
Sure. Should I finish my last roll that I did?
Oh yeah, you had the defend.
Yeah.
The full hit defend.
Well,
Yeah.
you got your full hit. You
So
essentially.
I'm just gonna add one to the team pool then. 'Cause I choose one from the list,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I'll add another one to the team pool. Okay, and then I will go grab Joy as long as everybody's safe. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll
Okay.
Growl, and then I'll go back and I'll pick up Joy.
So, the power dampener device has sort of fallen off of the Tangi. Achilles has chopped the strap off. Now the Tangi is sort of surveying the battlefield, seemingly unconcerned with you, Achilles. And it sort of looks around at everyone and then finally looks back towards you. You sort of hear this voice in your head.
Oh shit!
You're booking away?
I want to run, yeah, but
Okay. You hear this voice in your head, and it says, and it's a different kind of like intonation in the voice than you're expecting. You're probably expecting like this gruff sort of extreme, like steroidy kind of voice, and you hear just this: "Do not run. It's important that you stay put. Please do not leave the area." It's a sort of very calming voice.
no.
Please take a powerful blow.
Mm. 8.
Wow.
Okay.
Team point that one.
You need 2 team points. Are
We
you
have
guys
'em.
using them? How are you
Oh,
helping?
yeah.
Try to say how you're helping.
Okay. Yeah. You were trying to run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like,
I'm running back
grabbing
to
the
get
belt,
Joy. Yeah. And as I pass you, I see you struggling. Future boy, you're freaking useless. I just like sweep and grab you with my arm and keep running. So I just like lift you up to get you away.
So that makes it a 7.
No, you got an 8.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes it a 7.
So
I
7.
need to.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
down. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right there, so I'd love to try to help as well, and that might just be running to try to like pick him up on the other side to
Yeah.
move
So
him
we're
out.
both, like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're just grabbing him and running.
Okay. Maybe it's a situation where Achilles jumps astride you, Ra, or did you say you're up on 2 legs?
I'm up on 2 legs, but when I run at full speed, I go down on all
Okay.
4. So yeah, he could totally.
Did he just
ride
ride?
my-
So I mean, like I help him up, like
Yeah.
push him up onto you.
Yeah.
If you guys manage to like group up with or like get to me, I'm using Overwatch terms. I could probably teleport us out of there, maybe. Or
I
not
mean,
out
we're
of there, but
probably
like away,
running
like a small distance away, or like a distance enough that's like safe-ish.
You say this in character. It's always important to try and voice these concerns in character.
Oh,
Yeah. Whenever you can, try to role play out what your character would do. I'm a big fan of role playing your strategizing, and I think the audience loves that too. When you sort of try to metagame, the situation, I think it takes everybody out of the moment. So maybe just you can totally just yell those things to the group. I mean, that's what would happen in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I want to shout to them to come to me then.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm at their mercy.
Come to me, guys! Over here!
Okay.
Hey, come up and come here!
Is Joy on the way? Because I'm not going to listen
She
to
was
her.
in the far back. We charged ahead.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
Yeah, so Joy
I wanna
hasn't
make
moved.
sure- I know. I want to make sure I go to get Joy.
Okay. So you rush towards the crate that you know is Joy, and you can see the Tangi is sort of looking your way. The robot is still there. It's trying to deal with the fact that it's only got one arm, so it's kind of pushing itself up off the ground. And as you get closer, the crate kind of moves, and it's seeing this crate, I guess, kind of move, and it says,
This crate appears to be moving. Overlord, what should I do?
and you hear this like strange like clicking and like squeaking kind of noise come from the Tangi. It's this horrible, like kind of noise, and the robot kind of turns towards the moving crates, and it will try to strike out at you. Please take a powerful blow, Ra.
Okay. 6.
Okay. So you just kind of dodge out of the way of this attack. Leaves a furrow in the concrete where the arm hits. You rush towards Joy. What are you doing, Leggett?
I will probably be running to Trix, since she was she was off by the probably closer. I think she was closer to the Tangi, since I had to she rushed forward and I had to knock her down. So I'm running to her to try to get her up and or teleport.
Okie doke. You rush forward. The Tangi seems to stop once it comes out too far from the facility, and it sort of stares at all of you. It inclines its head in a sort of strange way. There's a much different psychic emanation that comes out from this creature, and it feels like a strange, almost like when you break the surface of water. It has that kind of feeling to it.
Okay.
And no damage. There's no sort of psychic feedback or anything. It just kind of feels like that. And as you collect Joy and make your way towards Trix, go ahead and unleash your powers to try and teleport everyone.
Which one should I roll?
It'll be an unleash your powers, but I'll tell you what. Let's do that next week.
Oh.
The fuck on. That
Wow.
disgusting.
Wow.
Reporting you to the committee? Disgusting.
Get cliffhangered.
Wow.
We're going to go ahead and end the
Wow.
show there. We'll find out if the group escapes safely or gets teleported to the moon next session.
Oh, God.
The moon ducks.
Moon ducks.
We'll find out next time, guys. Good first session. First session in the books. Good job, everybody.
That was really
Yeah, that was amazing.
Good job.
It was a really cool session. Really cool world.
Good job. Yeah. So why don't we go around the room? Let's do some shout outs to wrap things up. Let's start off with Vio. Why don't you Why don't you go first?
Hello, I am Vio. You can, well, I play tricks at least out today. You can find me on twitch.tv/Vio.
And we need
I've
your
been doing
end of
a lot
session
of-
move too.
Oh, right. Should I do that afterwards?
No,
or-
do your shout out first.
Anyways, yeah, I've just been playing a lot of Overwatch comp without a camera and stuff, and been having a lot of chill fun streams. That's all I've been doing. But yeah, that's all. And the session stuff.
This song is fucking awesome.
I think I actually want to grow closer to the team, specifically closer to Raw. Raw. Yeah, because like even though I may not like give it off outside, but like on the inside, I'm like, I like her. But on the outside, I'm like, go away.
I'm quoting
fucking fun.
quoting Wu-Tang in my head right now. Let's see if anybody can guess what it is. It's-
Bills, y'all.
no. Oh God. Okay.
Please tell me the call.
PB.
Yeah. Yes. Hello. Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. You can find me at twitch.tv/Pumpkinberry and Twitter at the same handle. I'm also here on Tuesdays for Darkfire. And Wednesdays, starting in February, I'm going to be GMing a show. So that's super cool. End of session stuff. I'm going to actually grow into an image of myself. Everybody else is kind of shit, and I feel pretty awesome. Like nobody did stuff, so I feel pretty dope. I feel pretty good. I feel like a hero. Sorry.
Excuse
So yeah, excuse me. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna go ahead and shift my savior up one. And I'm gonna take mundane down. I don't feel very mundane. I feel pretty cool. So yeah. Tell us how you really feel. It's not me. It's Rashida.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they all say. That's not me. My character's just a dick.
Dan.
Hi, I'm Domestic Dan. I play the Legate here on Tablestory. You can find me everywhere. I'm Domestic Dan, cooking streamer, variety caster, meme necromancer, all that fun. I now have a one-eyed cat, and she is 4 months old, and she wants to be always forever getting my attention unless she's napping. So this will take adjustment time. But for my end of session stuff,
It's so good. It's so good.
I know.
It's exactly how I imagined it. Yes.
Yep. It's super great. It's freaking awesome. I think he's gonna grow into his own image of himself. Since the team was super disjointed, he's trying to be a leader, and no one seems to be happy about that. But he still did his job well. So his savior is actually going to go up, and his danger is going to go down.
Okay.
So now that's a -2 to directly engage and a 3
Yikes.
to defend.
It's a big off.
Big off.
Jay.
Hello. I already know what I'm going to do for end of session, so I'll do that first. He's going to grow into his own image of himself.
Man,
Kind
you're
of
so
getting a little-
quiet today. I should have
Am I
spoken.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Sorry. Here. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
But way better.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. Something happened to my mixer. So he's gonna grow into. I'm gonna grow into my own image of myself. I think kind of surviving in the past. The last couple of days, is starting to get a little bit more confident. I'm gonna swap up danger and bring down mundane. Because I think Achilles missed home just a little bit. And especially with how weird all these people are, that little weird gremlin that teleports things and the other foul-mouthed gremlin. Anyways,
Bitch.
I'm Jay. I stream coffee time at noon on my channel most weekends and
It's the
later
fucking best.
weekdays. Thank you very much. PB's also got a podcast. You should go check it out.
Oh, thank
Also
you.
watch Vio's silent streams and
Beautiful
subscribe
man,
to
thank
Dan
you.
so we can feed his one-eyed cat. I run Ragtags on this show or on this channel here every Thursday. We had a pretty good episode this last Thursday. It's back on. It'll never be off again. Or
Never.
Brad has agreed we can sacrifice him, just all of him, on the Wheel of Pain. So pretty good deal.
Sounds like a great deal.
That's
Yeah,
a good
either way.
Patreon
Yeah, that's a
goal
really
to
good
add
one,
the
yeah.
Wheel of Pain. I'm
Yeah.
a fan of that.
There we go.
Wheel of Pain.
We could
Also-
shout out to the NPCs that you submit, like in the sacrifice. We can be like, oh, all hail this NPC for Brad, this NPC, and then be great.
Unlike Brad, I don't have problems with NPCs. So if you guys have some NPCs you want to throw my way. on
Oh,
the
didn't you hear?
Patreon-
It's his new favorite thing.
Well, I mean, I
He
know he
loves
loves them, but I just get worried about Brad. You never know. You never
Oh.
know. You just might need you might need a few less NPCs. Unless you want to give him like a sentient rhino. Who knows? Maybe he'll have fun with that. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you, Jay.
Look at
Um,
I love them.
I
Told you. He told us the other day he loves
yeah,
them. We
absolutely.
weren't lying.
Thank you everybody for sticking around for the first episode of Halcyon Unbound. Hope you guys had a
Yes!
good time. Thank you everybody for participating and being an awesome chat. We love you. Thank you for the fan art. Thank you for the awesome time today. Much appreciated. You guys are great. I'm Wacksteven. I have been your GM of Doom this evening. I'm dragging the players kicking and screaming through the adventure. And hopefully we see you guys for the rest of the season here on the show. If you guys want to support Tablestory, head on over to the Patreon. We will apparently be adding a Wheel of Pain option for Brad exclusively. Just pain for Brad. That's the entire tier. It's just the Wheel of Pain. Go check it out.
Wow, big off.
There's another emote in there that you can make it even worse, but I'll let everybody figure it out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, PB. Thank you, Vio, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And tomorrow, Crash City is off. We've got two people that are at PAX South. Pip and Leslie are both at PAX South. So we'll be off tomorrow for Crash City. But Sunday we are continuing with Spark of Eternity, Sparkly Turnip. Make sure you guys are there to spam your sparkliest of turnips for that. We'll see you guys then. Otherwise, everybody have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Good night. Peace out.